What is up, you guys? And welcome back to Sport Champs, Street Champs exclusive sports podcast. To my right is my man's Deryk and my man's Dave. Right in front of me is my homie Winston.
Not man's, bitch. Get it right. You're not a man's.
Whoa.
Dude,
Yo.
Hey. No, I was
He's an
kidding.
alien.
This guy always
If you guys-
starts it crazy.
If you guys
Bro,
attended
what the
our last show,
Yo, you ain't vibing with the energy yet?
Nah, dude, not with Deryk's.
Whoa.
Deryk's on one
Call him
episode.
out. Call him out. Why ain't you vibing with the energy?
Deryk's on one episode.
what's this,
How
45?
many games did Broncos win last year?
How many games? Well,
You're instantly calling out
zero.
the fit.
No, they won
Instant.
0 games because it's not a game. It's real life, bro.
Whoa.
Who's the Broncos head coach?
Come on, man.
Bro, what the
You
fuck?
don't know the
What
biggest
the
coach
fuck,
that just
bro?
got picked up?
Biggest
That's what
coach
happens when
signing
you
in
come
like
at me,
NFL
bro.
history.
When you come at me, we're coming back, dog. We're a squad.
What just happened?
Fucking John Elway. That's my final answer.
What has Sport Champs become? This is great. I love this. This is the best vibes. I love it. So we got Deryk in the cut, in the fit. We got Dave that might have to run out of here because we got a Chris D'Elia show happening.
Hide your bitches that are underage. No, I was kidding.
Damn. Yo, you're coming at Chris D'Elia like that?
Chris
On
D'Elia,
our-
not Dave.
Yeah, we're talking about Chris D'Elia. The accusations.
I got you, Dave.
Yeah. Did you see Dave's face?
Yeah.
Yo, why are you coming at Chris D'Elia like that? What do you got to say to him?
I mean, he's a great comedian. You know, great groomer. You know, fucking
Oh my god.
all around okay guy.
This is what we're starting with on the sports podcast. I love
Monetization
this.
went.
Bye.
But
They're like, oh, you want algorithm?
Yeah.
They're like, chill.
I mean, I guess if you're getting into that, we might as well just like start off into our weeks. You already
I
kinda
just have
started
fun,
mine.
dude. I honestly, I love it. This is what I podcast for because it's all fun, dude. Like it's the best.
Mhm.
It's the best vibes. I love just chilling with my friends, talking about sports. That's my favorite thing to do. Like, I look forward to this shit because this is our shit. Like, and we get to say what we want, do what we want, talk about what we want, and it's always fun. Even if we got Deryk rolling a backwood on the couch while we talk about sports in a Broncos hoodie, as mayor, as this Broncos mayor, I guess. I don't know. If you don't vote for that guy, I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, exactly. Look at these. Ooh, we should talk about these two before we get into weeks, dude. We got the official Nuggets
Bubbly.
2023 champions bottles. Who's this by? Manos Wine. I wonder if this tastes terrible. We should never open these.
I'm gonna open one tonight.
If you're gonna store
Yeah,
one,
open one.
if
Yeah.
you're gonna store one,
Open one.
put it in like good temperature, and I think they store best on their side.
Are you gonna pop it?
And you got to rotate those hoses.
Pop it. Don't be a puss.
No,
So
definitely
Come on, just
as least messy as possible because I don't want any liquid like anywhere in this room. Honestly.
yeah. You're right. Look at Zizi
I mean, if you
looking
pop it in
right
the
at
center-
it.
Yo,
dude.
hold on.
Look
Speaking
good.
of liquid, look at your mic, dog.
Oh no, that was from Chauncey, bro. Last night he fucking.
Yo, what do you?
He fucking did a shotgun and it literally just like fucking exploded like all over the mic. I was fucking pissed at him.
Oh, well,
Still
sorry.
works.
It still works.
Check.
Now we now know the low light.
Well,
of
looks like I
your
got the
week.
mic, huh? Craziness.
Yeah, it was
I wanted to
crazy.
ask you: are you still uploading Sport Champs to Spotify?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, Spotify?
Spotify.
What's up, guys? Don't think we don't know you guys are there. Let's get into weeks like we were talking. Yeah, I want to start on that side of the table though.
All right. So my week was good. I went to a Logic concert.
Whoa,
The shit was fire.
Let's get the rundown on that first.
Young Sinatra for the non-fair weathers.
Yeah, Juicy J was there. It was in Denver.
I'm so jealous.
It was fire.
What
C.
venue?
Castro was there.
Fire.
It was at Fillmore.
Fillmore Nights.
What's crazy is people don't know C. Castro and Logic got in a fight when Logic first blew up.
Really?
On the Young Sinatra, like after the Young Sinatra era, and he started doing good and really blew up and did the Suicide song and did all of that and really blew up into Logic. They weren't talking.
Why?
Damn.
Yeah. So they got in a fight because Logic put it in a song, and it was kind of subliminal. He didn't really call him out. But it's because the homie was partying too much. I remember being at a Q&A at the Logic concert, and that was asked. They're like, where's C-Dot? And Logic was real with it. He was like, yo, C-Dot was focused too much on partying, and I was focused in the booth making the shit. Like, he's like, so we parted ways, like, and they fought for a while. And
Yeah, C-Dot said he went to prison or jail for a while.
shit was
Was,
yeah,
yo,
C-Dot was wildin'.
was-
And now he's making music again, which C-Dot is cold, bro.
He's pretty
C-Dot
good.
Castro is cold.
Was C-Dot
Yes.
a part of the Rat Pack originally?
Yes.
Because like for those who don't know, like I learned this maybe 2 years ago because he would always reference the Rat Pack. The Rat Pack was like his creative collective. Like he's not a self-proclaimed like single writer. He's gotten like production, like vocals and other things like that they've done in like a collaborative attempt. So like he takes his whole gang to the studio. That's what the Rat Pack actually stood
That's so
for.
cool.
So I
That's
didn't know if
awesome.
C-Dot the Castro was affiliated.
He
to it or
was.
not.
Yeah, he was part of Rat Pack.
That explains.
But
Yeah.
it was a great time. Had a great time. Played a lot of classics. He didn't play a lot of his mixtape shit, which I was like. He didn't play the come
That's
up.
so old, bro.
Um,
All
it
that shit's
is,
so
but
old.
he
played Dead
That shit
Presidents?
is
Did not play Dead Presidents. No, that's I think that's a sample
so
and an
old,
instrumental.
bro. So
But-
old.
Yeah,
You can still perform them, but
yeah. He played 5 a.m. Well, he didn't even perform 5 a.m. They just played it. But
Did he play that?
Ah,
did he play
didn't-
that? All I do is grind.
that was the first
All I
song
do
he
is make
played
this-
because
Yeah!
someone requested it.
That's so fire.
It was dope.
That's
First song.
that's at least he played that. That's like
Yeah,
I don't think Logic's changing his set over request. Honestly, I bet he planned that.
maybe.
Yeah, I don't think he's fucking switching up.
Regardless, that's a fire song.
Yeah, he
That
made
is
it
fire.
seem like it at least. It was either a really good acting job or
sometimes that just happens though, because he probably had it on the set and he was like, "Fuck it, just throw it first." Like,
yeah.
It
He
was there.
said that it was the first time they'd done it on tour. All I do is grind song, but they did so.
That
much,
was a lot,
They did lots
probably.
of
Yeah,
acting.
that was probably
Yeah.
a
They
lie.
have to have their show mix or whatever.
Yeah, bro. I mean, but honestly, bro, on the road they changed that shit on the road. Like, you get a laptop and then you build that shit on the road right before.
Yeah,
Like, that's you got your laptop there and then you put it on your USB and then you give it to the DJ and
yeah.
Yeah,
No, it was
man.
a great show. Definitely worth $60. I
That's
saw
cool,
the homie
bro.
Seabass there. Went with my friend.
shout out
from college.
Seabass. Love you, Seabass.
Me and my friend from college would always listen to Logic, like just
He has
in the car
Logic
vibing.
tattoo.
He
And
does have
so,
a Rat Pack tattoo.
It's great vibes. I'm good on this actually.
Wow.
Whoa! Denial from Winston on cam. I'm gonna do it. I'm
so
gonna
yeah.
do it because we're champions.
It's really rolled weird, but like that's just how the rap was.
Oh, really? It's all good.
It's always.
But yeah, that was my week pretty much. I mean, that was
That's a
the
good
highlight
week,
of my
dude.
week.
And what day was that on?
I think that was Saturday.
Who was the opener? Just Juicy?
No, it was Monday. It was Juneteenth. The opener was Castro with some other guy before him, and then Juicy J, and then Logic.
Going to see Logic on Juneteenth is kind of crazy.
Yo, he's half black.
Oh yeah.
Damn, you just got called out. Oh no, I'm just kidding. Yo, Logic really doesn't like you right now. No, I'm just kidding. That's so funny.
That shit was fire.
But hey, since we're still kind of on your week, I wanted to ask you. We got Champions bottles here now, Winston. The
Yeah.
finals is over.
Yeah.
When are we getting Winston on Street Champs again?
Maybe next week.
Maybe next week. Why not
Yeah.
this week? Oh shit.
It's a commitment to spend like 7-8 hours here, bro.
I see.
Like it's a long time.
Maybe we can have a Winston needed like a Winston area or something. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Yeah, let's do it. I want you back on Street Champs. It's fun. It's fun to talk to you about like crazy stuff that's
Yeah.
happened. And like, bro, I want your take on like the submarine stuff and stuff. Like,
Right.
Come on, dude. Like that, dude. We are gonna talk about that so much. Like, there's gonna be like 5 of us. I'm gonna be like, all right, guys, we're in the sub. What we doing? Like, what we about to do right now? Like, everybody right now we kind of know it exploded already, but still, it'll be fun to play that on Street Champs, and I would want your take. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
want you back on Street Champs ASAP.
Oh yeah.
Just letting you know that.
I feel like I would
Alrighty.
open the door and try to swim, but we'll save that.
Yeah.
All right,
All
give me the lighter.
Anyone else's weeks?
Start with Deryk's.
My week was cool. We
me
interviewed
that,
Cashed Out last Sunday.
Shout out to Cashed Out.
It was really awesome. The second time around, they sell out brews every single time. Fucking.
Their shows are so late. I'm kind of sad I missed it, but
Mhm.
it was Father's Day. I had to spend it with Dad.
Yeah, for sure.
I had to.
Other than that, I was in a commercial on Tuesday. On Wednesday we filmed it, and it's gonna be for Big Bear. Their wine and salsa. I fucked it up. Their Bottoms Up Fest. It used to be formerly known as a Seltzer Fest, and that commercial is probably gonna come out within like the next 2 to 3 days.
Used to be Brewfest.
Yeah,
This is a good cigar.
CBD. I'll burn you, Dave.
Nope.
Can you have me an ashtray? Winston.
Oh, you could. Oh, well, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. Other than that, that's about it. I'm excited to see this commercial. That's the first time I've ever acted in anything. It wasn't
That
even
was dope.
acting. I was just riding a paddleboard.
That's cool, dude.
I thought it was funny.
I need to see this.
Oh yeah.
I have the finished clip like done like on my computer. I'm the
That's
one
fire.
editing it.
That's fire. That's fire. I like it. I like it. Dave.
None major really.
Oh no, you got some majorness. Come on, you got some cool stuff going on today.
Obviously I'm going to the comedy show today. I meant like thus far this week, like nothing.
Oh,
major.
I see you. I see you. Okay.
Just suffering through my car AC right now. I'm waiting. I'm getting it diagnosed again on Tuesday. See if I can like get the job done cheaper. They
Yeah,
quoted me way
bro.
too much at the first place, and I'm like, fuck that. Y'all just want as much. You cherry picked the most expensive problem, I think.
Yeah.
So besides that, just chilling. You know, looking forward to this comedy show later.
It's gonna be good.
We should
It's
get.
gonna be good. I'm sad I'm not going to it, but
Okay. Well, the next one that's gonna be in Pueblo that I think we should all go to is Rob Schneider. I'm not like the most.
I
hip
don't
on,
even
hold on.
listen. I gotta listen to a stand up.
I'm not the most hip on his comedy because I haven't like familiarized myself with it, but he's an acting legend, and how many opportunities
is.
are we going to get to see that? And you know, if he bombs, the second he goes quiet for one moment, someone in the crowd's going to go, "You can do it!" Like,
Oh my
instantly.
god, we're gonna hear that like 87 times.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't know about Rob Snyder show.
Bro, when I
I'm
went
kind of
and-
on the fence on that one.
Yeah.
When
bro.
I went and saw
I would-
Pauly Shore, that
I
was
would have
an
way
amazing-
rather see Chris D'Elia. I'm just saying.
Well, they're not the same comedically. It's just the
Yeah.
fact that it's in Pueblo.
Yeah, you're true. Yeah, you're
It's like
right,
$30
you're
bucks,
right,
I'm
you're
sure,
right.
35 probably.
Rob
I hate
Schneider's
that
like a
stage.
legend. Like
And
He's
he's
a
all
legend.
Chris
now
D'Elia's like
he's
a
all crazy
canceled
now.
Fucking
But no, Rob.
Chris D'Elia is fucking a really good comic, bro.
Yeah,
He's such a good
damn's
comic.
easy.
not like
Good
legendary status though.
If everything didn't happen, he would be considered for
Yeah,
sure.
pre-incident,
He's so good,
Pre-incident,
He
he would
was-
have been considered like.
dude. He was
If you put the heavy hitters like the Andrew
He'd
Schultz,
be-
as,
I
like,
was
as
just
the
about
one
to say
is
him.
like the ones,
Mhm.
he would be like 1B.
Yeah.
Like just in terms of the trajectory he was going. He was
Schultz
really
is like on
popular.
top of the world right
Do you
now.
remember how
They're
D'Elia-
selling out arenas like in like Sweden and
Different
shit.
years though. Chris D'Elia
Do you want to remember how D'Elia got his shine originally?
was it Workaholics?
No, that was way before that. He was on the Comedy Central roast of Justin Bieber because Justin Bieber said that was his favorite comedian, and then he got to be a part of that, and that's like
That's
the first
fire.
time he was ever really in front of the mainstream audience, and ever since then he's been pretty much a household name.
That's dope.
And then
Shout
the-
out Justin Bieber.
True. It's hilarious that his episode in Workaholics because they've pulled that since because of the things he got accused of, and the episode he was like a child predator.
Mm.
So
You know who changed the game? Dane Cook.
Dane
Y'all
Cook.
remember MySpace?
Yeah.
MySpace days. Dane Cook was
So
the OG on that shit.
when
bro.
Dane Cook,
dude, that special, the round.
so Dane Cook in his prime,
Wow.
was in the zeitgeist of like popular comedians. He was easily the most popular comedian on the planet for like 2 years.
Yeah.
When he had those HBO specials you were just talking about with his little
Mhm.
hand logo or whatever,
Uh,
undeniably Dane Cook was that dude.
Remember that guy? He had the fucking puppets, the chili pepper.
You talking about Jeff Dunham?
Jeff Dunham, dude. He was popular as
You
hell.
know how much money that dude's worth? Like $400 million just from being a comedian.
Yeah.
bro. That dude's.
I don't think he's
Bread.
that funny.
He's not that.
I don't
funny.
think he's that funny
Yeah.
now, but for children, that humor is unparalleled. Like as a
Yeah.
kid, that shit just hit, and like the older you get, it just doesn't age.
Yeah.
Fluffy.
Yeah,
Fluffy is still
Gab-
going off.
Gabriel's funny.
He sold out Dodger Stadium.
You know, he
Stadium.
performed at the
But he's
state
from
fair.
LA.
Like he did it like pretty sure he did it like 6 times or some shit. I don't know.
He's from out there.
I know, but like to do that,
But to do that, he also did the Colorado
like
State Fair.
that's
Yeah, he's doing it this year.
he
Doing
is
it
doing
again?
it this
Yeah,
year.
he's doing it this year.
Fluffy again.
Should we go?
Depending
Yeah.
on price, I'm
That'd be
down.
pretty
It's not
good,
gonna be as
dude.
intimate of a show, but it'll be fun because he's just gonna do straight Mexican humor, bro.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
It's gonna be
It's gonna be
great.
fucking awesome. I want to see him around town. Ooh, Fluffy song.
You just gotta go look for him, bro. Because they're out there doing their thing.
So, all right, let's get on this week here. Rick G, what's up, guys? Do not forget, going to be starting out with it again. Webby and Friends, July 8th. Webby and Friends, July 8th. Be sure to get your ticket. I mean, come on, guys. We're 2 weeks away, so if you have not gotten your ticket, hit your boy up. Chris Webby, Doobie, Dizzy Wright Caskey, Echo, Stevie Stone, Rick G. Sold two tickets right before we started. These guys seen it.
You're
Shout out to Diamond.
You only got like 20 left, huh?
Less than that if we're talking about claimed tickets. So that's the thing. People like to claim tickets. They're like, I'm going to get tickets. I'm like, okay, tell me when you want them. Because, money, we live in Pueblo. So people are like, I got to get paid. I got to pay you this day, this day, this day. I'm waiting for sister's money, doing this. So I have a lot of tickets claimed, and I have about 5 left that aren't claimed.
Wow.
So, and you know, some of those claimed might not even buy them. So I have around 10, I would say. And it's because of friends. Like I have my homie Big Nick. Shout out Big Nick. He's buying a lot of them. I told you guys how much. Like he's buying a good lot. So, and I could say it too. 15 tickets. He's getting 15 tickets, which is a crazy amount.
What's he gonna do with all of them?
He has homies up there. He
normally rolls
lives
like
in Springs.
like
he rolls
6
deep. Yeah, he has deep, and yeah, he's just a good homie, dude. Shout out to Big Nick buying a bunch of tickets. 15. That's crazy. Shout out to Freddie too. He bought 7 tickets. That's for him and all his friends. Freddie Gallego. Shout out to him. So be sure to get your tickets. That show's going to be crazy. Like I said, Chris Webby, Doobie, Dizzy Wright, Caskey, Echo, Stevie Stone, Annoyed, Rick G, and Vet Life are all going to be performing at this. It's basically a festival. It's going to be crazy. I made a brand new song today. Wrote a brand new song last night, and I'm going to be performing it at Webby and Friends. It's dubstep based. It's going to go fucking crazy. So we're pretty much ending this. It's the second to last song. So we made our set list today in studio. Got my 15 minutes done, dialed in, picked all my songs.
How many is it?
Okay, so we're starting with Terps, just the intro of Terps, not even the song at all, really, just the intro. Into Hit 'Em with the Bass. After Hit 'Em with the Bass, okay, I can't give the order, but I'll give the songs. Gwen Stefani. We have Acting Up. We have, what else? I have some, there's a lot of songs. I honestly have to listen to it. There's just a few more songs in there, too. It's going to be fire, dude. 15 minutes is not long, so I'm coming banger after banger. And I can't remember because we're cutting in, like, it goes like verse, hook, verse, and then switch, and it switches, and hook, verse, hook. It's going to be crazy. The show mix is wild, especially the end of it. The end of it, because I plan on pulling out beach balls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there's going to be like 1,000 people there. So pulling out beach balls, throwing the beach balls out. Blitz said last time there was like 1,700 people when they performed.
Wow.
Like they checked the ticket count before they went on, and it was 1,700 people.
That's crazy.
So I'm going to bring beach balls and a bunch of shit to throw for the crowd. It's going to be fucking wild. I had an idea to throw a giant doobie, like, you know, the big inflatable ones.
Yeah.
But Blitz said the last time somebody did that, they just fucking took it and held it and waved it around. They didn't, like, pass it and, like, it was...
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. That I was like,
It might be different,
that
though.
would be something to take.
If you're performing and as you're about to yeet these hoes into the audience, if you yell out like keep it moving, like maybe they will take the hint.
Or I'll just say keep passing it.
Oh, yeah.
Be like, pass this shit like it was lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all gonna enjoy a doobie as an audience.
That's good. I like that.
How would I see somebody hit this shit in the back? Yeah, that'll be good, dude. But me and Blitz are making dubstep. I thought of an EDM group name that he liked, so we might go with that. Might think of other names.
What is it? What's the name?
Morphica.
Morphica?
Yeah,
With a
That's-
PH or F?
PH.
Tell me why that sounds like some
Like
Really?
morph ICA. Morphica.
sounds like some questionable like hentai.
Ooh, I like it. Yeah, definitely. Sounds like a shitty Zoomies.
Damn. It's like Payless that rebranded.
Yeah. It's like a Payless Zoomies. No, I like it. It goes hard in the EDM. That's like such an EDM ass fuck, you know. Fucking shout out AI. AI helped me with that one.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It's cool because you can have AI like create words for you.
True.
You're like make up these words. Like it's crazy. You can literally tell it to do whatever you want. It's fucking crazy. So I was just having it make up words, and then I was like, all right, now those words that you just made up, make EDM group names out of those words you just made up.
True.
And then it just would switch, and I was like, those are okay, do it again. And then it would just do it again. And then Morphica came up, and I was like, that's pretty cool.
True.
Pretty cool.
It's kinda
So I
how-
wrote it, and I did that a lot, and I wrote down a bunch of names, and I showed them to Blitz today, and I was like, do you like any of these? He was like, that's the only one I like.
True.
And I was like, okay. So I wrote that down, and I'm probably going to keep looking and keep searching, but it might be that.
Word.
Someone's
Well,
going to take that now. Damn it. Why did I just say that on camera?
Oh well.
Fuck you guys. I'll have AI think of another one.
True.
But my week has been good. A lot of music being made. A lot of tickets being sold. Again, that's what I'm focusing on. We have 2 weeks left. I've been living that fucking show life.
Mm-hmm.
It's been very hefty, very busy. Yeah, that's it, dude.
True.
Craziness.
Well, this has been.
Craziness.
I didn't anticipate it being this hectic, but this has been an intense NBA offseason leading up to the draft, which happened.
Time to talk sports finally.
Yeah, the
I
NBA
like it.
draft was yesterday, but before we can even logically get into that, we got to get into some of these blockbuster trades that have taken place. Like
Crazy.
Let's
most
start
notably,
with those for
most
sure.
notably for my team's sake is Jordan Poole got traded to the Wizards
Oof.
in like this.
Give us a whistle on that.
It was like
Whistle.
so he went to the
Mm.
Wizards. I think they also included like a 20, like 30 protected first round pick and then like some other unprotected second round pick or something like that amongst the trades. So they had to like sweeten the deal. But yeah, Jordan Poole is now a Wizard, and the Warriors acquire Chris Paul.
Dude, when I seen that, I was like, what?
Okay, so here's my thing.
Who won in the trade?
No, I would say the Warriors, but hear me out. I will love Chris Paul because he's a contributor. He took Oklahoma City and a bunch of rookies to the postseason, like damn near by himself. Like him and Steve Adams was the team. But there was obviously other contributors. That being said, him with the Warriors I think is a good fit because of the way he spreads the court. He's a good jump shooter. When he's not hurt, he's such a valuable asset. He doesn't have to be like the number 2 guy. He can be like, I mean, that's assuming Clay comes back to form in any form or any whatever. And we're also assuming that losing Jordan Poole implies that we're going to be eligible to afford Draymond again. It implies it. Doesn't mean it will happen. It implies it. So that makes me extremely optimistic.
I think it helps a little bit. Their salaries are pretty comparable. I think Jordan Poole is supposed to make $40 million. Chris Paul is making $35, so it's only $5 million difference. But I think it does make it a little bit more likely that they will sign Draymond.
Who's doing better on what team?
The Wizards are not going to win more games
I see,
this approaching season.
So, back to your question, who won the trade? I think the Warriors got better. So
Fuck yeah, they did. They got CP3.
Exactly. So I think they won the trade. Now, can CP3 be healthy come playoff time? You know,
That's
that remains to be
giant
seen.
question mark.
Also, their play styles are just so different. Chris Paul is a very slow, methodical player. He likes to set up the offense, pick and roll. The
See, but that
Warriors are just up and down, up and down.
But it might throw a wrench in everybody's defense schemes against the Warriors because we have a now slow and methodical Chris Paul. Like, what is he going to do? Like, what, you know?
Yeah.
And then when he gets out of his hands, now it's fast paced. And like,
the
they're going to
question,
have to. Teams are going to have to adjust to that shit.
Yeah.
The question is, does he take the one guard in the starting lineup and Steph moves to 2, which won't affect their play style? He'll just be inbounding the ball sometimes. Or does Chris Paul get convinced to be the 6th man? Because if you put Chris Paul as the 6th man, which I think is great because of his health problems, he's going to be possibly the most potent 6th man in the league. He's going to be like Lou Will all over again. Not to compare play styles, but relative to their age and what they can contribute to a team. He gets buckets. He gets assists like no other. He like has one of the best minds, I would say, for dimes at point guard in the league still.
Yeah.
It's just a question mark on how they utilize him, like you said. And then on top of that, we are small ball for the foreseeable future, which is like for example, we're going against Jokic in any type of scenario. Jokic could just take it to the post every single time against the starting 5, and the only one that could try to stop him would be Draymond. And Draymond, in a 5-game series last year with Jokic being the anchor of the team, Jokic still averaged like 30 on his head, almost a triple-double down the board.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Big men will just abuse us. Like, post-game will be our weakness, and we're going to be a fast-break team until Steph retires.
Yeah. I mean, I think if Draymond doesn't re-sign with the Warriors,
Oh,
Chris
God.
Paul's going to be in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
Because he would be the Draymond replacement, like as far as like being the point guard. Because Draymond's essentially the point guard. He's always the one
Absolutely.
at the top of the key, passing the ball. Steph Curry's obviously the guy dribbling it and doing the pick and roll
Yep.
offense. But Draymond's the one passing it to Clay and Steph and hitting them open to shoot it.
Yeah, Draymond runs the offense. Steph is just the best scorer that the team
Exactly.
has. And that's how they utilize it. So Chris Paul, God, the one thing that made me nervous is we've all seen that viral clip where Steve Kerr was talking to Chris Paul when he was playing for Houston, and they were like laughing, and then as soon as he turns his head, you could tell it was a fake laugh, like,
Yeah.
instantly. So
They've
it's
had
like,
beef, so it's funny that they're on the same team.
and he has beef with Steph, kind of not
Yeah.
like legit, but like his worst highlight of his career was the MVP unanimous Steph when he just broke his ankles twice in that
broke
game.
his ankle so hard.
That was offensive.
bad.
That was like an and one mixtape offensive.
It was really bad.
So that's something that they may or may not like necessarily address, but that's something you never forget. You know what I'm saying?
I think he needs to come off the bench for them to be the best
The most
that they can
potent.
be.
Gives us depth.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it really gives you depth because you're just trading Jordan Poole for Chris Paul. You know what I mean?
True.
So like,
True. We're betting on Jordan Poole having been a one-hit wonder. That's really what it is. Because if Jordan Poole goes and blossoms and averages 28 points a game in Washington, and they're like not like they're let's say they're within 500 on the season by like 10 games, you know, which is still not a flattering stat line, then you can say like maybe the Washington got the better of them. But I don't see it happening.
yeah.
So
I
Warriors
mean,
are kind of banking on him not blossoming.
We had Chauncey say that he thought the Wizards won in that.
The Wizards are a young team, and they need to maintain some star power.
I think it's a win-win. I mean, because
It is a win-win. That's what I thought. I was like, they just traded places. Like,
While
the Wizards
hold on.
were going to
Yeah.
cut Chris Paul, and they need to sell tickets. And Jordan Poole sells tickets,
while we're on the Wizards,
especially to the baddies.
this is a good transition. While we're on the Wizards, though, Wizards star player for the past like multiple years, injury prone, of course, Bradley Beal, traded to the fucking Suns.
Yep.
damn.
The Suns are
Oh,
literally-
I did see that.
The Suns have Bradley Beal, who again he hasn't been healthy for like years. He won a scoring title like twice. You got Bradley Beal, you got Devin Booker, and then you got Kevin Durant. If those three don't average 85 points a game in their starting lineup, I don't think they can win.
Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton's there, but like
Probably going to try and trade him.
that's exactly what I was about to say.
Deryk, what was Bradley Beal telling you the other day?
I think he told me that like just go ahead and prosper. Just try my hardest in life, and I'll be just like him.
You messaged him, and he was like, he was telling you some pretty motivational stuff. Huh? He's a cool guy.
He was. He sent me a dick pic.
Hell yeah! Shout out Bradley Beal. We ride with you, Sport Champs. Deryk is your boy.
For real though, I am a big Bradley Beal fan as a person because he's from St. Louis, Missouri, and him and Jason Tatum have this joined charity / like initiative that they do for the kids of St. Louis. So
What is it?
I'm pretty sure it's like they give them like school supplies and clothes and backpacks and shit.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Don't quote me on that if I butchered what their actual charity is, but I know for a fact that both of them have an adjoined charity. So
Shit, Derek's
Shout-
gonna be on his Bradley Beal shit.
shout out Bradley Beal, shout out Jason Tatum, STL, stand up, you know.
Derek's gonna be handing out backpacks, bro.
That's all
Isn't
of
that
us, bro.
ironic?
That's all of
But
us.
no, Bradley.
Kinda-
Well, we gotta get back.
I kind of don't want to do it though. Like all
but
these
how do
snotty
you-
kids with these backpacks.
How do
no,
you?
I'm just
Okay,
kidding. I'm just kidding. It was a
Winston.
joke. It's just a joke.
like I feel like you concurred with what I've said so far, but how do you feel about the Suns getting Bradley Beal? And I feel like that trade is just an optics trade. I don't see that
An
being,
optics trade.
They did it because it sounds good on paper. It's optically it's a good move, but
But you don't
in
think it's a good
practical
move?
use, I don't see that meshing well. Like he's been hurt, so if he can conquer his health problems, he is a very ball dominant player.
What if he comes
Like,
back? and
Kevin
just goes
Durant is an
off,
ISO
though?
player who can be kind of a jump shooter. Devin Booker is an ISO player.
So
You have pure ISO ball with 3 tall jump shooters.
So you wouldn't
basically.
say that they got better out of this?
I don't. I mean,
I
their
thought they
ceiling,
was a
their
level up,
ceiling,
kinda.
their ceiling may have gotten better, but they have reverse depth. They did what the Warriors suffered from after they lost like Otto Porter Jr., Gary Payton II, like all those
Oh,
bench
okay, I
players
see
that
what
kept
you
us
I see what
competent at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They basically traded depth for saying our starting lineup has to win games.
you mean. No.
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, I'll see.
It's a risk, but hey, it might work.
Once they fill out the roster, I'll see if they're better or not.
Yeah.
I think Bradley Beal for Chris Paul, just straight up, because that's essentially what it was. Bradley Beal's better than Chris Paul.
For
So
sure.
You win that. But now, can you fill out the roster with as good of players as you had to give up because of that salary cap that you ended up losing?
Well, I think
that remains to be seen.
you're
So,
one step away from a hot team. You're literally they
You
can
have a
just
big
they literally
three.
can play one move and then it's like, oh shit, they got Bradley Beal. They got, you know what I mean?
But-
they can name off all the people that
They
they
gave
got
the
after that.
Nuggets the best run for their money. They won
do.
2 games
They
against
do.
Denver. So
They're not beating them right now,
But-
they need to make a move to, like you guys are saying.
They're
Like,
too
it's not
fragile,
enough.
though, I
the
think.
Suns.
The Suns have to make they need to add something, like you said, bench wise.
They don't have a point guard right now.
Yeah, they need something,
Yeah.
and they probably have plans.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, Devin Booker is their guard, but he's just not. He's not going to sign or like lace him up as the one on paper.
Okay, Mr. Winston, what would you do then? You just picked up Bradley Beal. Who are you looking at?
Just trying to get some vet minimum players that can contribute on the squad because that's all you can afford. So you can't sign any like free agents like Bruce Brown. You can't sign him. You can't sign anyone over
can't
like
sign
$6
Bruce Brown.
million.
You would hope for
Freaking
like,
Bruce. He was at we were there. We heard him. He said,
Yeah, and he declined his player option.
Oh, who does that? You were at
he-
the.
he wants to
getting
get more money.
He wants
He's
to
gonna
get more
get paid.
money. I get it, but like, bro, you said it on mic, bro.
I think he used it as leverage, but
While
You
we're
said it on mic to get cheers.
While
you
we're
hater.
on that though, when it was him and Aaron Gordon, right after like Game 5 and the Nuggets won, they were at the press conference and Aaron Gordon was talking and they were asking like, who do you hope to bring back? And he was just like Brucey B. He's like, I hope we bring back everybody. And then like Bruce Brown's just sitting there and you can see him getting like all glossy eyed. And then out of nowhere he like snaps out of it and he goes, and you can see he's like, I got a ring. I'm cool, because that was the moment it set to him that was the last Nuggets dribble he'll probably ever do. It's worth it.
I think he'll sign. I think he'll resign. I don't think he's going to get paid more anywhere else.
True. I mean,
And that's what it comes down to.
it would be sick if I was a player like in his shoes with the career he's had. I would want to like try to somehow retire in Denver. That'd be sick.
Bruce
like-
Brown.
That'd be fire.
Yeah, he's a
They're
good
not gonna give
player,
him-
but it's situational. If he's not playing with Jokic, then he's
Mhm.
not. It's perfect for him to thrive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Suns. I think the Suns won that trade, but not by a whole lot. That's how Chris Paul ended up on the Wizards, and then he gets traded like a fucking couple of days later to Warriors. I heard that a lot of people think they traded them to the Warriors. The Warriors traded for him because they didn't want the Lakers to get him. Because there was rumors that they were gonna waive Chris Paul in Washington, and then the Lakers were gonna sign him.
Fuck.
Yeah, so
Chris Paul would have went crazy on the Lakers.
yeah, and that would have been perfect because they need a point guard. He would have signed a not expensive contract. So that's what I heard. I heard that the Warriors are just gonna try and trade him at the deadline, like they did with D'Angelo Russell.
True.
Russell.
D-Lo.
Yeah. So
Craziness.
yeah, we'll see.
They
Yeah.
just did it so the Lakers wouldn't.
Another big
Wow.
trade, Kristaps Porzingis, which you guys may not know.
Oh, I
Yeah,
heard about all
unicorn.
this. I heard about all this.
Got traded to the Celtics for Marcus Smart and a couple first-round draft picks to the Memphis Grizzlies. So this helps Memphis. 'Cause
Absolutely.
Now Jaw suspension means less because Marcus Smart's a great point guard, in my opinion.
Jaw's partying right now.
Oh, for sure.
Dude, he's hype.
And then
25 games.
Kristaps Porzingis makes the Celtics, they're currently the favorites to win the NBA title over the Nuggets. And I already knew there was going to be some movement. Like, I called it like a couple
Porzingis gonna get hurt again, dude.
Probably.
get
This
hurt
last
again, bro.
year, he had career highs.
He
in
was
all
a
of his
bust on the
stats.
Mavs.
He was.
He was a big bust on the Mavs.
Yeah.
Chase was pissed, dude.
Yeah, he was.
He was so mad. He was like, "Wow."
Yeah.
It's like Porzingis cannot. Like, he's just not happy with him.
Yeah, so the Celtics, they lost their glue guy. Marcus Smart was their glue guy, and they
Yeah.
lost that. So we'll see how they fucking do.
Let's
but-
see.
Their
So who
defense
lost that
gets
trade?
worse.
I think the Celtics theoretically on paper got better, but if he's injured, which he's probably
Yeah.
going to be, then
Dude,
they
he's
didn't.
been
They
injured a
didn't
lot.
win. I think Memphis got better for sure. I don't even know who Memphis traded. I think they just traded some first round draft picks.
I think Memphis is losing, what's his name, Devin Brooks or Dylan Brooks?
Yes, he is a free agent.
So I feel like this is kind of because of the defensive potential. Like, obviously Smart's he's a guard, but he won
Yeah.
DPOY like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So he has the defensive intellect to kind of interrupt like offenses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how they're looking at it. And he's a really good fast break player. He has flashy moments. He has moments where he shoots and then
Yeah.
he has moments where it's like, why does he have the ball in his hand?
He's pretty good. I think he's a pretty good starting point guard.
True. I'll
Top
never
15.
forget when he was in college and that one fan in the stands like called him a racial slur and he like squared up with
slur.
him.
Yeah.
Which one?
What?
Which slur or which fan?
Which slur?
No, don't
You
say
can-
you can't
that.
say it, yeah.
You can assume.
Give us a
Yeah.
letter word.
The N word?
I don't know.
That's
I wasn't
such
there.
a bold thing to do.
I wasn't
I
there.
wasn't
it, was,
there.
it was in the March Madness tournament or just like a really big college like rivalry game.
So
and it was
bold.
it was like a fan sitting front row, and like Marcus Smart was like
Damn.
standing there like waiting for the ball to get inbounded, and he like looked at him. And when
Good.
they made eye contact, he said something. I didn't like read his lips successfully or anything.
He went to school at Oklahoma State.
And Marcus
so.
Smart immediately was about to it was about to look like Malice at the Palace all over again.
I think it was at a Mizzou game. I'm just kidding.
I was about to say.
Is it sad I want to see that kind of again? Malice at the Palace was crazy, bro.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
wanna
Steven
see it.
Jackson
I kinda wanna see
shattered
it
that
again.
man's jaw.
Kinda wanna see it again.
And Jermaine O'Neal.
All right, hold on. What's the
Irrelevant.
over and under on Deryk knowing what Malice in the Palace
Oh, I know what
is?
that is. I know what that is.
Okay.
What
okay,
is it?
cool.
It was fucking the Chicago Bulls, right? They fucking. Oh no, it was the Pistons, right?
Pistons
And
A bunch of fans. They-
it wasn't the Pistons that were involved.
Oh,
They were playing another team that also starts with a P.
oh.
Pacers.
Pacers.
Damn, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Indiana.
Yeah, you're really close.
You were really close.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
just
Gilbert.
gonna.
Wasn't
I was
it?
just gonna let him build this story.
The Palace was where the Pistons played,
Oh, bro.
and the Pacers were playing them.
Okay.
And then someone threw a beer at Ron Artest, and he beat their ass.
Meta World Peace.
and
Yeah.
then it just
And
and then it just went
He beat
bad.
their ass so bad he
And then-
switched his name to Meta World Peace.
Yeah, and then this one fan, there was this one fan that was standing near as it was happening, and like Steven Jackson assumed that this was the dude like who was gonna jump in and try to attack one of his teammates, and so Steven Jackson, without even hesitating, you can see on the video, gets a running start and then just decks this dude. When he folds, that fan's jaw like.
Yeah, no, this shit was crazy.
Exploded that.
Don't
thing.
mess with Steven Jackson, bro. He's one of those players.
Don't mess with any of those.
That was an
players.
era of
Yeah.
ball that was like not like it is today.
No.
Everyone was a Ja Morant.
Yeah. I think I kind of want that, bro. I think I'd be more interested in the fucking
Slam ball's coming
15
back. You
Ja
can get it
Morants.
there.
I heard Slam Ball is coming back.
It's gonna be on ESPN.
Yeah.
July.
That'll be cool.
People get
Yeah.
dunked. There's tackling. It's pretty cool. It's got trampolines.
Yeah.
I would
I'm
love to,
so
I would
down.
love to go to one of those just to dunk my like to be that'd be fun.
That would be
That
fun
would be
if we
fun.
played that.
That would be
Like
sick.
as a team.
Yeah.
But regardless,
fun.
what other NBA trades are you aware of?
That's pretty much it. We have obviously some
Some like side
some
trades.
draft ones
Yeah.
because the draft was last night. Looks like Dame's gonna get traded because they drafted
Yo.
Scoot Henderson.
I was about to say I saw just now while we were sitting here.
Ooh, where is he going?
Dame posted an Instagram live, and when he posted it, the song playing in the background was "Miami" by Will Smith.
Oh, nice.
He would.
That would be. Miami is not a deep team, but they have so many role players and dudes that
He
are
would do
like good
good
jump
there.
shooters, and him and Jimmy Butler. That could be something.
Oh, that would
That
be
could be-
scary,
that could be
bro.
something.
That would be scary.
Video game Dame is a thing. Like obviously Steph's my favorite player and shooter of all time, but when it comes to like clutch moments, I remember watching Dame against like the Nuggets, against Oklahoma City, against all these things. He has all these highlight reel last second shots because like
Damian Lillard.
he doesn't sweat
Cold.
last second shots. I feel like he's built for it. I feel like that's one thing that he does better than like almost any other jump shooter in the league.
Yeah, he's really
You need,
good.
you need an OT shot from like 29 feet. All right, give it to Dame. You know what I'm saying?
If Dame goes to the Heat, I'm picking them to win the Eastern Conference.
Easy.
Like, he's that good. Jimmy Butler is that guy. Like, and they can do it too. They can trade Tyler Hero and a couple first-round draft picks to get Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
They have the assets. A lot of
Dame-
teams don't.
Dame, Bam, and Jimmy. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, and Bam's not that crazy, but it'll take a lot of pressure off of him having that much more lethal of a guy. And Dame's
Oh,
not
for
just
sure.
a jump shooter. He can yam it too. He doesn't
Yeah.
do it often.
Yeah,
'cause
he's
he
getting older. He's like 33, I think.
Can we talk about his laugh though?
His laugh.
Damian Lillard's.
It's not as bad as Kawhi Leonard's.
So,
I think you might be confusing Kawhi Leonard.
oh, I am. Damn
Kawhi
it.
Leonard.
Wait.
He's
am I?
like,
Oh yeah, is that one? Yeah, it is
Kawhi.
Kawhi. I
Yeah, I
fucked
was
that
like,
one.
Damian
Dame's
Lillard's
the
laugh.
Dame raps. Dame
Yeah,
raps. Damn
loyal
it.
to the soil.
Yeah, dude. All right. Well, fuck that up.
there you go. Well,
Yeah.
at least we
Fuck that up.
Now speaking of that, that's a good segue.
Well, let's
Hold
talk
on.
about Dame's raps
No,
then.
no. Pause.
When's the new album?
Good segue because mentioning this Kawhi, it's rumored that the Clippers are gonna shop Kawhi or Paul George.
What?
They're shopping, breaking them up because they're never healthy.
Yeah.
They pay them all
Yeah.
this money, and neither of them have been healthy together at all.
Damn. I wish
Yeah.
Damian had that laugh now.
Yeah.
But no, think about it. Like the Clippers, they've
stupid.
had so much talent over the years, and they've been favorites to win the West before, and they just never get over the hump.
Yeah. Well, they're always hurt. I mean, they should have beat the Suns in the first round, but Kawhi got hurt in the last couple games. Paul George didn't even play in that series.
No.
Norman Powell dropped fucking 50 points. Russell Westbrook fucking balled the fuck out, and they still lost 4-2. Like, they win that series if both of them are playing.
But if Paul George or I mean, I would assume if you had to choose, like if I'm keeping Kawhi or I'm keeping Paul George, you'd probably say I'm gonna keep Kawhi
For sure.
because he's got Finals MVP on two different squads, so you know that's like he has more pedigree than Paul George. But I don't know. I mean, I have a good tangent for Paul George when we get to it for Brandon Miller. I'm sorry, I know y'all saw that.
Yeah.
But no, I just don't. I don't know where they're gonna end up, and I feel like it's a shame because Paul George pre like that Olympic scrimmage injury where he snapped his shit under the fucking like rim,
Yeah.
he was
Forgot about
undoubtedly
that.
like top 3 ballers in the league in my opinion when he was with the Pacers.
Yeah, he was
That-
pretty good.
That
PG?
Pacers squad when it was like George Hill, Paul George, Roy Hibbert, like that team was one of the only teams in the East that ever gave Miami problems because they
Yeah.
were tall. That
Them
like
and the Celtics.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see where he goes. I don't know. I don't even know if they trade him. It's all about what can you get for it, right? If you're trying to trade Paul George and they're trying to give you a fucking stick, you're like, no, I'm good. So, it's all about what can you get in return. So
Yeah.
we'll see if they end up getting traded. They might not even get traded. Who fucking knows? Hopefully, I want him to see him on Miami. I want him to see him compete for a championship. But we'll see if that happens. But what did happen last night was the NBA draft.
That's exactly what I was hoping we get into.
And Victor Wembanyama got drafted first overall. We all knew it was going to happen.
It was implied.
He's 7'4". Okay, fucking wild. Did you guys see his sister?
God damn.
Hot as fuck.
No, pull her
I'm gonna
up.
plug that TV in.
Okay.
Pull her up.
This man has an 8-foot wingspan,
Yeah.
8 foot.
96 inches.
What the fuck?
This man could oh my God,
This dude's a pterodactyl.
8 feet. I remember when everyone saw
long as
Chet
fuck.
Holmgren and thought what the hell, and now we got Victor Wembanyama,
My short ass couldn't fathom 8 feet.
and it's of his jump shooter when he releases it on a 3-point, the ball is 10 feet in the air. There's probably 4 guys in the league who can jump and try to contest that shot. Maybe 6. Yeah, when I saw it on Twitter, I just started laughing.
She all bad.
I was laughing at the comments.
What was the comment saying?
I don't have any that are fresh on my mind.
She's 6'9".
Holy shit.
I'd climb that.
She's 6'9"?
Yeah.
You can tell in that photo. You can definitely tell.
So this guy is 7'5".
Oh my
she's right next to
God.
him. Yeah. No, yeah, but Twitter was going crazy
He's
because
7'5"?
He can reach the rim by just pulling his hand up.
yeah, he, can
He
just
doesn't
put
need
up
to
his
vert
hands.
to dunk.
He
at
can
all.
touch it. He can't dunk, but he has to go on his tippy toes, and he can barely get it over.
I can't even fathom that. I'm so short.
If he's
Crazy,
he's
bro.
durable enough in the post,
7'5"?
you could throw yams that he doesn't even have to actually.
7'5".
He doesn't even have to go for the oop. He could just jump, and again, you could throw it where only he's gonna catch it. And if they don't give him room to land, that's technically a contact foul, and then he could throw it up in the restricted area. It's gonna be a cheat code. But
Yeah.
the question is
Wow.
durability, because he's not posting up any human being.
No.
Yeah.
You could put him on point guard. Klay Thompson is not going to let him past him. Not for speed purposes. I meant for
Yeah.
he's not going to out-strengthen someone who's significantly smaller than him.
But you don't have to if you can shoot over the top.
Literally, you could just turn around and go ah.
It's literally he's playing against middle school kids. It'd be like us playing against middle school kids.
Facts.
You can just shoot over the top of them. It doesn't even matter.
Dude.
It's fucking crazy.
He's going to
So
break the
tall.
if he participates.
That's
in
not
this-
even fair. His arms are like this.
If he participates in summer league, he's
Oh.
going to break Chet Holmgren's summer league single game block record of 6.
I don't know if he's going to play in the summer league. He hasn't said that he's not, but his season just finished 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
What team did he
So-
go to?
he's from France.
He's from France.
Oh,
So it was on the 92 Mets or something like that was the team name. Just a bunch of French dudes.
oh no. He said he got drafted to the NBA?
Yeah,
Yes,
San
with
Antonio.
San Antonio
Oh,
Spurs.
okay, word.
Yeah, we did not mention that.
Oh, the Spurs.
Yeah, so the Spurs. So Greg Popovich, great coach, one of the best coaches of all time. He's in good hands. So we'll be able to see what he's made of. I don't think.
That team.
You think he does
that-
good?
I think he'll be good because he has Greg Popovich and what he possesses, but I don't think that he walks into that team kind of like LeBron walked into Cleveland and then they're just a playoff contender. I don't think that's what it is.
I don't think this kid's gonna
we
just
should
fall
be
on everyone.
we should anticipate what Giannis did, kind of, if he has the trajectory Giannis, because Giannis walked into the league looking frail as shit and he didn't look like you had no idea what he was going to become. If he can, Victor Wembanyama can put on some lucrative weight if his body will allow it. He's going to be a cheat code.
Yeah, he said that he doesn't want to bulk up. He just wants to get stronger because that's some people's body
That's what
types
it's
are
gonna
just
look like,
that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? 'Cause
Kevin Durant.
he's not built like Giannis.
No.
Giannis was skinny, but he had the frame to support.
He
that
had the
shit.
shoulders and shit. You could see it in him.
Exactly. Victor Wembanyama doesn't have that. I'm predicting he's going to score average 20 points a game, about 10 boards. Will San Antonio be a playoff team? We'll see what they do in free agency. They might
He's a
get.
double dog.
I think so. I mean, if you don't get 10 boards as
7-footer.
7'5",
What are you doing?
exactly. You could just fucking go like that and get some shit. You know what I mean?
I
So-
bet. No, listen. This might be a dumb safe bet. I bet you he's going to be favorited to win every NBA tip-off for his career.
Yeah, he should.
I mean,
You
if
should
he-
literally just go up and grab it. You don't
Bitch,
even
you
have to
better
tip
time
it.
your
You have
jump.
to tip it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't grab it.
Well, he
can't
can
grab
tip it to himself. No, jeez.
You can't do that either.
Lame.
That is lame. What kind of shit
It
is
is
that?
what it is. I
yeah,
get it.
Yeah, you have to tip it to.
That'd be sick.
someone
Every
else.
single one, he's just all bop, boop,
Right.
boo.
Yeah.
So Wembanyama went 1. No surprise.
Yeah, Brandon Miller went 2. He's going to play with LaMelo Ball.
I seen that one too.
Hornets fans were pissed. They wanted Scoot Henderson.
Ah,
But he's a point guard and LaMelo's a point guard, so you got to pick one. It's going to be hard for them to live with each other. Same with Dame and Scoot, but we'll see. So Brandon Miller is a 3-point shooter. He's very similar to Paul George. That's his comp. He got in trouble with he basically gave his friend a gun, and then his friend killed someone with that gun.
Yikes.
This happened a couple months ago. Yeah, in February.
Shouldn't have gave him the gun.
Yeah, he wasn't charged. So
Yeah, he wasn't charged of anything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they don't
Did
have.
he get charged?
No.
They didn't have irrefutable evidence to suggest that he knew the dude he was loaning the gun to was going to use it in a crime.
Yeah.
However,
Oh, okay. I thought you guys meant the guy who shot somebody didn't get charged. I was like, what?
No,
No.
yeah, that guy.
Okay.
that guy went to
Okay,
jail.
good. Okay, yeah.
But imagine I like deliver you. You're like, yo, give me my gun, and I give you the gun, and then you go.
It was
shoot
like
someone.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
What kind of gun was it though? I feel like
Handgun?
I
I was
don't know.
handgun.
He went and picked up the gun. He knew he was going to kill that guy with it?
No,
No.
no,
Oh.
he didn't know. It was
So
literally.
then I don't think you should get arrested.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
I mean, you
I'm
shouldn't
just
give your
saying
gun to people,
It
though.
happened.
Shouldn't give your gun to people either.
But
It's
regardless,
not- I think it was his friend's gun. I
So-
think.
It was his friend's gun.
I don't know.
he regardless he delivered a gun.
I
to
liked
a friend.
after all of that, I went to, I don't know. It's nice.
I don't know the nitty gritty, bro. I'm just
I
saying.
know.
he
I
wasn't
love this.
charged.
I love this. I love this. Because your voice always sounds like you know.
Oh, really?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, whenever Winston says it, I'm like, Winston knows this.
Yeah.
So when you're just like, I don't fucking know.
If it's his
It
friend's-
was great.
yeah,
It
if
was
it's his
great.
friend's gun, it doesn't even matter. Like,
Yeah.
I'm returning your gun to you. Okay, it's your gun.
Why do I have your gun?
Yeah, exactly. What do I? Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I bet
that's-
it was his gun. It was registered under his name. I bet.
It wasn't
That's a
registered
problem.
because of the state that he lived in. There's no registry except for in like
Okay.
the West and East Coast.
Well, this is weird.
Yeah.
What a weird
So,
situation.
But yeah,
If
that
I was him, I'd have been like, that was a gift.
Yeah, it was definitely a trouble.
Like, I didn't know he was
trouble
gonna.
time,
I didn't know I gifted a murderer.
Basically-
I'm sorry.
Basically, like if I'm gonna assume what
No,
happened,
Thank you.
his buddy, like for whatever reason, asked him if he could borrow his gun, and he said sure. Didn't question why, and
Damn
didn't
it.
ask him why.
I mean, you should ask.
But he didn't. And so since he didn't, and he then delivered the gun to the guy then took the gun, and at some point, I don't know if it was the same day, same week, or like I don't know what timeline it happened. He then went and murdered somebody with the gun. So they were trying to see how culpable Brandon Miller was, because if he would have known that, he would have been an accessory to murder.
Now that I think of it, bro, he's actually kind of at fault.
Not necessarily.
You gotta ask that shit.
if I
yeah.
listen, if I loan you my car and you hit a pedestrian
not
with
a
it,
car.
That's different.
I mean, but if I had Ricky's gun and he's like, "Yo, can I have my gun back?" I'm not gonna be like, "What do you need it for?" Like, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna be like, "My bad. Here you go." Like, you know what I mean? I
Or
don't
even
know.
if you were like, "Yo, let me borrow your gun," I'd be like, "For what?"
yeah,
I mean,
And
that's,
then if you told me you
that's-
were just gonna go shooting, I'd be like, "Do you want me to go shooting with you?" And if you were like, "No, I just want to go shooting," I'd be like,
I mean,
"Okay."
we can
Yeah.
all agree that it's suspect to just no
I'd
questions
be like, "Are you
asked.
like, where are you going?" Like, I'd ask questions, bro. I'd be like,
If it's your gun, you gotta ask questions. If it's
I would,
not your
I wouldn't
gun-
give you bullets. I would give
Yeah.
you the gun. I'd be like,
But hold on,
"You got to go and get your own bullets. I'm not paying for that." Like, I don't know. I don't even know if I would give it to you. When I think about it,
yeah, we don't know exactly.
I'd be like, "Can we just go shooting together?"
well, one thing I want to mention is when
He's like, "Oh, we're shooting people." Yeah, I'm not going.
he was at an away game in college, like right after this incident happened. It was like one of his first games back, and a big majority of the audience was yelling like, "Lock him up, lock him up." So what does he do? He dropped.
Oh my
He
God.
dropped like 41 on that away team.
Damn, that's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. That's a
He
response.
said, "All right, say less."
Say less.
He's
You want me
pretty
to
good.
lock it up?
So he's a beast. It was honestly, he jumped up the draft board. Scoot Henderson was the second best ranked dude in the draft for months until I want to say maybe like not even one full month ago. Brandon Miller just started climbing up draft boards. I don't know necessarily what made them fall. I think it was more so that they were married to what he offered to their system.
Exactly.
It
Like,
makes sense.
Scoot Henderson's the better player, and almost everyone agrees with that. But it just fits LaMelo Ball. Brandon Miller fits that better, so they picked him up. With the third overall pick, we got Scoot Henderson.
No surprise to Miami.
fucking,
They went nuts.
He went to Portland Trailblazers
Oh yeah, I don't know why I said Miami because
with Dame.
Dame's going.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But he's a baller. He's like 6'2". He's like Russell Westbrook.
Oof.
Everyone's
Shows-
comparing
Yo,
him to
is there photos of these people on this website that you're on?
No.
So Scoot Henderson is chiseled. That dude, like, he said that his biggest inspiration, or one of his biggest inspirations growing up, was Kobe Bryant. So he said since he was a kid, he was waking up at 5 a.m. to do workouts before he would go practice. So
Yeah, he's a baller.
he's just, dude, he has Ja Morant esque potential.
And a good name.
Yeah, Scoot Henderson.
Scoot my goat. I could already
It's-
hear.
it's his
I could already hear
nickname,
these
but-
commentators going crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of players that we've come used to the names of, we've gotten used to their nickname or their jersey name. A lot of times isn't their real name.
Yeah.
Like Trey Young. That's his middle name. I can't. His first name's weird, but same thing for Steph. Steph's
That's
middle
fire.
name is Steph. His first
Really?
name is Wardell.
His first name is Wardell.
Wardell Stephen Curry.
What?
Did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah, because his dad is
I
Del
didn't
Curry.
fucking know that.
I mean, Wardell Curry for 3 sounds whack.
Yeah,
compared to
it's some
Steph
whack
Curry for
shit,
3.
dude. That is some whack shit. I will not. Yeah,
But
that's non-disputable.
so after Scoot Henderson,
Wardell.
we had a very, if I'm not
No,
mistaken,
not happening.
after Scoot, we had a historic moment in NBA draft top 5 history.
Yep.
We had back-to-back identical twin brothers getting picked in the top 5.
Yep.
Never happened.
Asur and
Wow.
Amen Thompson.
The Thompson brothers,
That's
bro.
cool.
So it's funny. I like how they compared the two. They're like, one is a little bit more built, and he's not a very good shooter, but he's like good at defense.
Damn, you
the
just
other,
blasted
the other
him.
one is less built and is a decent shooter.
Would you agree, Winston?
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying. One's
Oh.
a point guard and can dribble, can't really shoot. The other guy can shoot. And so they basically have molded their play styles to play with each other. It makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can't both be point
I
guards
don't know about that, though.
can't
That's,
shoot.
that's crazy.
Well, the thing
What?
is when you're on, they both wanted to be in a starting 5 at all times.
What?
It's like
so they're gonna play
you.
together?
No, you have
No,
no.
they're on
They're on
different-
Okay,
different
I was
teams,
about to be
They
like,
got drafted by different teams.
but back to back.
okay, I was about to be like,
So the third
that doesn't
or
make sense.
The 4th and 5th pick were the Thompson brothers.
Okay, where'd they go?
Amen went to the Rockets, and then Asur went to the Pistons.
That's cool.
The Rockets are one of the worst teams in the league, but they're young.
They tanked
They
last year.
Yeah. I just think they were bad. I
And then
don't
the
even know if they
Pistons
lost on
were the
purpose.
worst team in the league.
Yeah.
They won
no,
17 games.
They're both pretty bad. We'll see if
That's
they
how
can,
you get a top 5 pick without a trade. This is you just
Yeah.
aren't good.
Yeah, you trying to win the lottery.
Lotto.
We'll talk about some other ones. The Heat picked up Hami Jaquez, a senior from UCLA. I wanted the Nuggets to draft him.
Hami.
And he's a really good player. Perfect fit for Miami. Then we had the Warriors. A lot of people think they reached for
This has got such mixed reviews.
Brandon Podominski.
Podsminski or something like that.
Podminski?
We just call him Pods. That's his his at on IG is like something PODZ. So.
Okay. So he's a 6'5" point guard. He can shoot. Not really good at defense, but he led the conference in rebounding at 6'5", which is pretty impressive.
He's averaging.
I like how you threw in
Yo,
the not really good at defense.
He averaged
I
like
mean, everyone's got weaknesses, bro.
8.8
Yeah, I see what you
boards a game
Yeah.
as a 2 guard.
6'5", and you're averaging more than 8 rebounds a game. That's impressive.
You're a go-getter. That's something. That's a tangible thing that you like to see. You crash glass, whether it's for the better or the worse. You get the rebound.
I think
the
it's
rebound.
I think it's a great pick. Not being good at defense.
His 3-point
not
shooting
ideal,
is
but
nice.
Yeah.
44% last season.
He's like a Klay Thompson, pretty much.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's a catch and shoot type guy. He's not a create his own shot type of guy, from what I noticed. But he's had moments where, like, when he's going to the paint, where he gets like those like kind of like finger roll board shots, where it's like really hard to contest those, like acrobat shots, if you will. So he's got that in his toolbox. I'm really curious to see how like Steve Kerr and company utilize him, because every jump shooter that's came to the Warriors is for the most part done good. Like,
Yep.
not unilaterally, but you know what I mean. Like, look what they did for Jordan Poole for 1 year. He was a 30-point-a-night playoff guy for, like, a series.
Yeah.
You don't get that without Steph and Steve Kerr.
Right. Another player that the Warriors drafted was Trace Jackson Davis. He is a Jordan Poole type player, not Jordan Poole, Jordan Bell type player.
Yep.
He gets a lot of block shots. He's very athletic. Can't shoot worth a shit, but he gets a lot of blocks, and
So,
he can dunk it.
The
He's
cool
very
thing,
athletic.
cool thing about him is he's not a very raw guy in the sense that what he brings to a team, he's going to be able to contribute basically day one when he walks onto the court. Doesn't mean his numbers are going to reflect the same from college, but like, so a stat that I saw, he was the only NCAA Division I player in the last 25 seasons to average at least 20 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, 4 assists, and 2 blocks. Again, that's very random, those specific numbers, but that's positive. That shows he has versatility. Like you said, he's not really a true jump shooter. He kind of owned the paint with his scoring.
Yeah.
A little bit bigger, but we traded, and when we lost Jordan Poole, we traded Patrick Baldwin Jr., who we drafted last year, who had similar anticipation for his role on the team. Just never got playing time because Steve Kerr just kept like the starting 5 out there as much as he could, especially Steph.
Yeah.
So,
So the Nuggets, we drafted Julian Strother from Gonzaga. I don't know if you guys remember, but in the NCAA tournament when Gonzaga pulled up from like almost half court, do you guys remember that guy? Gonzaga to beat UCLA.
Yes.
Know the name.
Yes.
He pulled up from like almost half court. That was Julian Strother. And so he's a great shooter. He shot like 42% from 3 last year.
Damn.
He's just a pure shooter. 6'7", small forward. So I think that's a great pick for the Nuggets.
Oh, that's a team, not a person. I'm fucking an idiot.
Gonzaga's a team.
Okay. I
Yeah.
was like, okay, word. I was
Julian
like, I heard that
Strother.
before. Yeah, word.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Julian Strother is the player. So I'm excited about that. In the second round, we got Jalen Pickett, point guard from Penn State. He's 24 years old, so he's old as fuck. But he's like a really good backup point guard. Do you guys remember who Andre Miller is? He used to play for the Nuggets. So he's like him. He reminds me a lot of Jimmy Butler, how he played in the finals. A very slow, methodical.
Did you say 24 or 34?
24.
Okay.
Yeah,
about
34
to
years
be
old
like-
as a rookie. Oh my god.
Well, you said old as fuck and then said 24. I was like, wait, did you just say 34?
for the NBA draft, that's old
That's
as fuck.
for the draft. That's old as fuck.
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
he averaged like 17
That's why.
points.
That's why it could have been 34 too. I was like, why is a 34-year-old in the draft? That's what I
Right.
thought. I was like,
And you're talking about Maxwell Lewis?
No.
Oh.
Jalen Pickett.
Jalen Pickett.
Maxwell Lewis wasn't. The ESPN needs to get their draft shit figured out, bro. That shit was a disaster.
I'm
But
looking
anyway.
I'm looking at a bunch on here, and I was like,
Yeah.
Why
it says
was
y'all
it a
picked him
disaster?
up, and I'm like, no, y'all
It
didn't.
was a disaster because there's so many trades with the draft. You never I didn't know who was picking at the time. Like even on ESPN right now, I have to go to Indiana Pacers because that's who the Nuggets traded their picks with to see who the Nuggets drafted. Like so, ESPN just completely fucked it over. Like, and I know basketball. Like, I want to know like who we're picking and why. You know, what are their weaknesses and things like that. Like, I had to do research to figure that shit out. So it was just a disaster. ESPN needs to get that shit figured out next year. But Jalen Pickett's great. He averaged 17 points, 6 boards, and like 5 assists. So he's just an all-around good player. Really happy about that. Backup point guard for sure. I think he's going to struggle in the NBA, but we'll see. And then we also drafted this small forward from Clemson. I forgot who the Nuggets drafted him, but because ESPN's fucked, I have to like find him on here. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So we got a lot of 3-point shooters, and then we got Jalen Pickett. So I'm excited about our draft. I'm glad. Summer League starts in I think like a month, maybe even sooner than that. So that's when we'll see all these players play, and it should be good to watch. Don't think Victor Wembanyama is going to play if I had to put money on it, because he just got done with his season.
So Josh is tuning in. He says it's an NBA rule. The NBA doesn't finalize trades till after the draft, so they don't let teams confirm those players.
Yeah, but ESPN should be like proposed draft rights. That's what they normally do. Propose draft rights to Denver, to the Pacers.
I see
and
what you mean.
they're lacking. They need to get that shit figured out, bro.
figure it out.
It's fine
Figure.
when they're presenting it as putting on the hat. That's okay. I get that. You know, I totally get that. But when the people that are talking online about, oh, this person, they need to know who it is. Because if the Thunder drafted Jalen Pickett, that's completely different analysis than if the Nuggets drafted him, as an example. So, but yeah, draft was pretty good. A lot of good players, very deep draft. I'm excited.
Is that just broadcasted on like regular TV, or do you have to have fucking
It's
some kind of subscription?
ESPN.
It was
Y'all
on
got-
ESPN, ABC. I watched the ABC broadcast, and that shit was terrible, bro.
Trash.
They were picking draft picks, and I couldn't even see who they're drafting because they're interviewing the families and stuff, which is fine. You want to interview the families, I get that. It's a big moment.
Just show them.
But, like, I want to know
Bro,
who got
interview
the
'em.
7th pick, and it's all super delayed, and it's like, bro, like, I don't care about the families, no offense. Like,
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Victor
about
Wembanyama, like, yeah, I want to see his sister.
They're
Like,
like,
show
I
me
love-
that.
They're like, I
But-
love my son. He did
Um,
so good. Like, no one cares, bro.
Yeah.
Are you familiar that
This guy-
according to the Nuggets social media, they also drafted Hunter Tyson?
Yes.
So
He's from Clemson.
Yeah, Clemson, guard, well, maybe guard. He's 6'8".
Yeah, I think he's small forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a shooter.
We're winning
I
next
just
year.
forgot his
All
name.
ACC first team. His stats were 15.3 points a game, 9 boards, 40.5% on 3.
He looks
Yeah.
like his nickname would be like White Chocolate.
That's already
Yeah.
taken.
Oh damn,
Yeah.
White Hershey.
You're like
Ooh.
you're like 30 years late on that.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, dude.
And the
Took
dude
you
who
a-
has that name is like goated. Best,
Yeah.
prettiest dimes on highlight tape ever. He's got to have the most viral professional basketball like highlight reel ever, I would say.
I bet Deryk in his head was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a good one." Like,
Yeah, honestly.
I got him.
Yeah,
I got
honestly.
him.
Yeah.
shit was
So
funny.
that was pretty much like the gist of the draft, a very vague gist of it.
Yeah.
No real shockers because like the concentration of talent was so at the top like it typically is.
Yeah.
So we kind of knew the top 5 were the top 5.
Cam Whitmore dropped. He was a really good, talented player. He dropped to 20.
Yep.
Because he has injury concerns. I wanted the Nuggets to pick him up, but and just sit him kind of like we did with MPJ and Bol. Draft him, sit him a year, and then he can
Bol.
play. But we didn't do that, and I'm content with who we got. We'll see if Jalen Pickett can be good at the next level because he kind of bullied just guys that were smaller than him. And in the NBA, he's not going to be able to do that.
Hell
so
no.
we'll see if he can adapt. But yeah, I'm excited.
Hit that sound bite.
Now it's time to talk MMA.
Got a lot of fights to talk about.
Mark Zuckerberg and
Going
Elon
out.
Musk.
That is definitely
shit.
getting talked about. I feel like we should save that for last, though. For sure, save that for last, bro.
Okay.
Oh, let's get into it. Let's talk about the most recent UFC card. We'll go over that. That was Marvin Vettori versus Jared Cannonier. Let's start with the prelims. Run through these real quick. Oh, wait. Did we already go over those?
We like previewed them
We previewed them, huh?
last week.
Well, guess what? Winston hit his leg. Modestus Bukakis
Nice.
won by decision.
Y'all were hating on that decision.
It's a good name.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Bukakis.
It was kind of a controversial decision, but let's talk about the draw that happened right after that. Dan Argata draw with Ronnie Lawrence. Did you see any of these fights, Dave?
Nope.
Let's go on to Teresa Bleda winning by decision over Gabriela Fernandez. Right after that, we had Carlos Fernandez winning the decision over Denise Bonder. Then we had Kang Kyung-ho winning in the first round via submission. Christian Quinones is the guy he took out. Bantamweight. I read that fight. Really terrible, huh? Let's talk about this feature prelim. Jimmy Flick getting knocked out by Alessandro Costa. Did you see that one?
Was that the elbow?
That was not. Wait, was it? I don't think so.
There was one stoppage on that card where someone got elbowed into the oblivion.
Yeah, that one was.
That might have been
who
on the
was
main
that?
card, actually.
That was the Torres fight. That was
Okay.
Manuel Torres and.
So-
wait, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was. I think it was the one. Yeah, I think that one that we're talking about, the feature prelim, was that
What's
one.
the fighter that
Was
won?
it Jimmy Flick? I don't think it was Jimmy Flick, was it?
I'm just gonna look him up.
Yeah, look it up. Look it up. Look it up. I swear that was. Where's the early prelims? Oh no. I think it
don't
might have been
think-
Jimmy Flick.
I don't know.
So basically, what happened is they went to. Homie went to take the other fighter down, and when he did, they clashed heads when they hit the ground. Instantly knocked out the dude. Instantly knocked him out. I mean, you could see it clear as day. Knocked him out. Dude's just laying there. And the homie that landed on top got up and does what every fighter would do and just started raining elbows on this lifeless man, just dead.
Wow.
The ref let him rain like 6 elbows on this dude.
Damn.
So dude was just be like, boom, 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 just taking these elbows. And everyone was just like, stop the fight. Like, it was crazy. He should have stopped the fight as soon as they hit the ground.
It was
you could
Herb
just-
Dean, huh?
No, it was not Herb
I
Dean.
know, it's a joke. Yeah.
Then let me get knocked, Big Herb.
Yeah.
Save me.
Did you ever find it? Did you see who
It
was?
wasn't this guy. I looked him up. This isn't the same elbow knockout that I was referring to.
So is that guy like dead now?
No. He definitely got some extra CTE added to his life, but I wish I knew who it was. I don't think it was Manuel Torres and Nicholas Mota. I really don't. It was like... wasn't Arman Sarukian. It might have been Jimmy Flick.
Yeah.
All right, no, they called it a decision, I think. They called that fight a decision, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so it was Carlos Hernandez and Denise Bonder, I'm pretty sure.
Denise is the one that got knocked out.
Yes.
Well, yeah, with that name.
Yeah. It was a good fight. But yeah, he knocked him out. So let's move on from the prelims. I messed that all up. I wish I looked it up, but I was trying to stay on this tab here. It's all good. Let's go to the welterweight. The first fight of the main card, Nicholas Dalby taking out Muslim Salikov via decision. And honestly, Dalby looking really good. Did you see that fight, Dave?
Was this on the main card?
Yes.
So I did not watch this card live, and then I avoided all social media. Like, it was very difficult. And then on Monday at work, I put the fights on my phone on the main card.
And watched.
But I, not gonna lie, I scrolled ahead to see if like they ended early, so I could scroll back and see like how. And
This guy.
there was no star power on this card, and I didn't want to sit through a bunch of decisions. And as it ended up being quite a few. So
I know, but you missed some You didn't even see the elbow knockout.
I saw the elbow knockout where homie got baptized into the like shadow realm.
Yeah,
I
but
saw
you
that.
didn't see the on the ground. Have you seen the video of that yet?
Probably not.
Wow.
We got to
Dave.
show you. Okay, we're pulling this up. I'm sorry, this is bad podcasting for it, but Winston, can you type in Denise Bonder KO?
Denise Bonder.
And that's DENYS BONDAR.
Denise and then what?
BONDAR. Bonder.
And then
Bondo.
knockout or what?
Knocked out. I guess I should have gave you the winner. I'm stupid. I'm sorry.
Carlos Hernandez?
Yes.
Carlos?
Pull that up for these beautiful gentlemen. Don't show it on the screen, though. You don't even have to play the sound. Keep it muted.
Okay.
I'll fucking.
Just
I'll
so
make,
we don't get tagged on the...
I'll make the sound.
Go ahead and pull that up, everybody that's watching with us, too. I'm pretty sure that was it. This is the longest ad that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
But
30
I don't know why
seconds.
they called it a decision. It was at the end of the round, but dude was out. Completely. I
If
don't
they
know why
determined that the head strike was,
I think that's
listen,
probably
if
what
they
they did.
determined the head strike was an offense that they couldn't continue the fight, but it was incidental, and more than half the fight has happened.
So check this out
if
right
more than
here.
half the fight has happened, they
Boom,
have to
he's
render a
out.
decision.
There's only 5 seconds left.
You
See,
hear-
but he called it. He waved it off.
But
That's
it-
a knockout.
But hear me out. The strike that the clash of heads was incidental.
That's what happened. Yeah.
And because of that, it's either the fight.
Oh, I didn't even see the ref. The ref did touch his head.
So-
He was like, I think I see. Okay.
So it would be.
I was watching this
listen,
with no sound.
If
Sorry.
if this had taken place within the first half of the fight, like more than or less than half the fight has
Thank you,
taken
Winston.
place, this would have been a no contest. But because over half the fight had happened, they have to render a decision, which affords both fighters the opportunity to win. Because the guy who got
Yeah,
accidentally
You're
kno-
right. You're right.
he
you're
got
right,
accidentally
you're right.
knocked out, he could have won
You're
the first half of the fight and then won that decision. It'd
You're
be
right.
really weird to see, but that's why they do that.
Those elbows were brutal though, huh? Like,
Yeah, that
Wow,
was-
that show's fucked.
One of those would knock me out, bro. Probably die.
Yeah, like bro, it's bad. When I seen that, I was like, oh my god! Like I was watching it live with no sound.
Really.
I forgot where I was. Yeah, I was like on the move doing something, and crazy, very crazy. Let me open this back up. All right, let's continue off of that. So go check that out if you guys haven't seen that. It is wild. That one was wild. All right. Manuel Torres taking out Nicholas Mota via KO. First round, 1 minute, 50 seconds. Right after that, we had Pat Sabatini in the featherweight division getting a submission win over Lucas Almeida. That was in the second round, 1 minute, 48 seconds. Right after that, we had Armen Petrosian taking out Christian Leroy Duncan. Leroy Duncan was 8-0. Now he's 8-1. Armen Petrosian moving to 9-2 in the middleweight division.
I think
Armin-
that was the elbow.
No, that was a decision win.
Oh,
The elbow was Manuel Torres, Nicholas Mota.
yeah, he
Baptized
killed
him.
that guy.
Baptized him in under 2 minutes. Under
was-
2 minutes. It was beautiful.
It was one of those ones where when he got knocked out, he was like so knocked out on his feet that when his head hit the canvas, it like bounced. I was like, oh, those are the
It
worst.
was a brutal one, dude. He stepped in. It was a dirty one. Let's talk about Armin Sarukian taking out Joaquim Silva.
That was the biggest.
That was a good one. You know you've seen that one. That was in the round 3. Sarukian looking great. He was a minus 1,000.
yeah biggest like
more than 1,000.
favorite on the whole card by a
Yeah.
huge margin.
I don't even know who would bet that. It's crazy. I would just parlay that maybe. That's a fat parlay piece though. At minus 1,000.
That's wild.
That's
Yeah.
a wild one. I don't know.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't want to parlay that at all. That's such
Yeah.
a blown out. All right, Jared Cannonier taking out Marvin Vittori via decision.
Now I didn't.
We didn't expect that.
We didn't.
We didn't.
That's not the. I would have assumed it would have been the exact opposite. If I was like, if they
Yeah,
go 25
same.
minutes, I bet Vittori just like outworked him.
And Jared did great.
So I watched this fight with very close eyes because like I said, I was avoiding social media, but like you get the little Twitter notification from your MMA feed or whatever, and it says like I got like 3 words into it, and it says like broke, or middleweight significant strike record, and I was just like, fuck, I didn't want to read that. So as I'm watching this fight, I'm sitting there thinking, like, what happened? I was like, is there a turning
Clinic.
point? But at first, Cannonier got wobbled immediately.
Yeah.
Absolutely immediately. It was
Marvin hits hard, bro.
Marvin, the thing about Marvin Vettori is he's got such a build that's conducive to wrestling that he doesn't necessarily know how to throw non-wrestling like punches. Like, he doesn't have that same striker fluidity. So because of that, he has a lot of openings. And so, I mean, and on top of that, you had Jared Cannonier switching stances on this man. When he went southpaw is when Cannonier got wobbled, but when he switches stances, he's still vicious. So we were all predicting that, like, oh, I bet you Vettori's going to establish the leg kick. Didn't really do that.
Didn't do it.
He just they're both wrestlers, kind of neutralized. It turned into a striking bout, and like, it was around like the end of the first round, I would say, that Vettori got hit really fucking hard and was just like realizing, like, oh man, like I'm in the trenches now. And from that moment forward, Marvin Vettori never really looked like he was owning any moments of that fight. And on the interim, you had, like, Jared Cannonier was throwing the heaviest sounding punches. It was pretty devastating. The fact that Vettori didn't drop once is a testament that I could
The
say
chin is crazy.
he might have. He has to have a top 3 chin in MMA. He fought Izzy twice, didn't get dropped. He allowed the most significant strikes in a single middleweight bout in UFC history, didn't fall once.
No one's gonna knock out Marvin.
He's gonna get knocked out eventually because that shit. It's not.
Yeah,
permanent.
it's not good for you. Yeah,
It's not permanent. But again,
you're right. You're right.
you got
you're right,
two
you're right.
decision losses to Izzy. Izzy couldn't get you out of there, and Izzy's the most dangerous striker in that division.
The most methodical too.
And then you have
Accurate.
You know what I'm saying? He did. I'm pretty sure he went to a decision with fucking Bobby Nux. Same thing. He lost, but same thing.
Yeah.
And then you go to a decision with, like, that just shows. And Marvin Vettori is like 29. Jared Cannonier is 39. 10 years his elder.
Wow, I did not
Old.
know Jared was 39.
If I'm not mistaken, he's 39 years old, bro.
No, I'm looking that up right now.
And Jared Cannonier.
Jared is 39.
Jared Cannonier is the only dude in UFC history to record knockout of the night bonuses in heavyweight, light heavyweight, and middleweight.
You like that, no, huh?
So no.
No, he's 30 fucking 9. That's crazy.
And he's honestly, like, again, he's lost to everyone in front of him, which is pretty much just Bobby Nux and Izzy. And Bobby Nux is about to fight Duplessis, and I think he's going to murder him. And then we're going to get to see him versus Izzy again, which I'm honestly stoked for, both as a purist as well as just a fan. And then from there, I think you just have Jared Cannonier just kind of sitting and waiting until we see some Dagestani killer who decides to take the reins.
Man,
Or like Paulo Costa is fighting soon against some Russian that none of us are familiar with, but I'm sure he trains with Khabib, so
I think Costa's gonna win that for sure.
maybe you get a Costa Cannonier fight. Have they fought before? I feel like they might have. Regardless,
I think they did.
regardless, that's something that could happen again. I could see that. But what do you do now at middleweight? Because, like, that's a really interesting scenario. As well as you got Jan Blachowicz, who's taken on Alex Pereira at 205. If Alex Pereira baptizes Jan, and, like, that's the only guy who's defeated Izzy outside of Pereira himself, you have Izzy Izzy Pereira 205 written all over it. Like, take my money for that. So, and if that happens, do an interim belt. Fuck it. Like, Izzy didn't lose his belt. Let him come back down and defend it. Let him do the double champ shit if he wants. Like, after that knockout against Alex Pereira, tell me you don't want to see that again at 205. Throw a belt on the line, assuming that, like, maybe Pereira has to go, like, take the belt, you know? But regardless, what do you do with Marvin Vettori? Because he's coming off a couple losses, like competitive losses. What do you do with Jared Cannonier? Like, it's pretty much a stalemate in those weight classes right
They
now.
have not fought.
Okay.
Oh, wait. What the fuck? I keep seeing, like, different. Hold on.
Well, that's the fight to make, maybe. If Paulo Costa wins, maybe him versus Jared Cannonier.
Yeah, no, they haven't fought. They have not fought.
That was just a very, very one-sided fight beyond that first round. Like, it was at no point, like, Vettori would throw, like, one game strike, and then they'd be like, oh, he's coming back, and then he would back up to the cage and get hit, like, 5 more times. You don't break the record. I think it was over 200 significant strikes.
It's like
Granted,
260 or something.
their definition of a significant strike is any strike thrown at distance.
Yeah.
Even if, like, a Nate Diaz, like, slap,
Still a lot.
that's a significant
lot.
strike.
That's a lot of strikes to throw, bro. That's a lot of
At
strikes.
185 pounds cutting weight, meaning you're fighting at probably, like, 210 pounds, especially those two.
My man's arms were sore.
His fists were sore.
Yeah, for real. Off of Marvin's face.
Well,
All right.
that was a great fight.
It was a
That
great
card
fight.
did not blow my hair back, but it had some stoppages, so I'll give it some credit.
Damn, Dave being middle of the road. All right, let's talk about this next card. I mean, we got no Magny on the freaking prelims. What's good?
He's coming off some losses. That's why.
He's coming off some losses. The first fight is a banger too.
This is UFC
These are some
Jacksonville.
no names. Yeah, UFC Jacksonville. They're paying homage to Jacksonville by awarding them a very nice card. This is a good card if you ask any fight fan.
Main
We
event.
got a lot of
is
names.
good.
Lots of names, bro. Let's start with Cody Brundage taking on Cedricus Dumas. I am excited for this fight. Middleweight. Both of these guys bang, dude. So someone's going out. I would definitely pick up the under 2.5 on this one, maybe. Let's have Winston pull up some good old fashioned numbers. We got him pulling it up right now. So we got Cody Brundage 8-4, Cedricus Dumas 7-1. What are those odds looking like, Mr. Wynn?
We got Cody at -180 and Cedricus at a +152.
It's because Dumas is coming off a loss. He's coming off a decision loss. I forget against who, but I did watch that fight. I was kind of sad that he lost that decision there.
To
I
not
think
go
it was a decision.
to not go the distance is -600.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good parlay piece.
That's a good
Minus
parlay piece
600.
right there. -6. That's probably it's for sure going to happen. These guys are definitely going to go out. Do you know what an under 2.5 is?
Wouldn't that be like the same thing?
Yeah, it might be a little bit better of an odd.
So the total rounds is over under 1.5.
I mean, what's the odd? Under 1.5 is pretty good too. Might end in the first round.
Under 1.5 is -172. So they think that's gonna be a fast fight.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's going to definitely be a fast fight. That might be a nice pickup, too, to be honest. It's probably going to end in the first round, folks. All right, let's talk about this next fight on the card. Featherweight, Jamal Emmers, 19-6, taking on Jack Jenkins. Jack Jenkins, 11-2. We got featherweight. What are those odds, Mr. Winston?
Jamal, we got -200, and Jack, we got +168.
Jack Jenkins. We got Mr. Jack Jenkins, 29, Jamal, 33. Big reach advantage for Jamal Emmers, 74 inches on Jack Jenkins, 68. I mean, that's a big reach advantage.
Yep.
So Jamal Emmers has it up on him. Good favorite to pick. Everybody's excited for this next fight, though. Trevor Peek, 8-0, coming out, fighting again against, I want to say, Chepe Mariscal, or Chepe. I kind of like Chepe,
I like
though.
that one better.
You like Chepe?
Chepe sounds cool.
Chepe Mariscal in the lightweight division, 13-6. I want to say Trevor Peek is going to be a giant favorite in this one, maybe -300.
It's a pick'em.
Is a pick 'em?
It's a pick'em. We got Trevor as the favorite.
You know what?
-118.
Let's go over. Wow, really? I wonder why. I'm going to look into Trevor Peek a little bit. Trevor Peek winning a knockout last fight. Eric Gonzalez knocked him out in the first round right at the last second. 4 minutes and 59 seconds. Mr. Trevor Peek getting it done. That's his only fight in the UFC. I just remember seeing a bunch of news. Everybody's excited for Mr. Trevor Peek.
Yeah.
So, hey, maybe he's a good pickup at a pick'em price.
Will this not go the distance? -600.
It's going to happen. Who's he fighting, though, right? Let's talk about who's he fighting. He's fighting Chepe Mariscal. Mr. Chepe is his first fight in the UFC, known as the Machine Gun. I don't know what's going to happen, honestly. That's probably why it's a pick'em. They don't know this guy. Very unpredictable. I'm going with Trevor Peek, though. You heard it here first. Let's go over this next fight. Zhalgas Zhumagulov. Zhalgas Zhumagulov, 14-8, taking on Joshua Van. I mean, can we talk about these names real quick, Winston?
Yeah, I mean, I'm liking Joshua Van. I mean,
You're
that's a pretty
digging
cool
Van?
name. That's a
I was
pretty cool
about to
name.
roast Joshua Van. I ain't digging it, dude.
I think it's like so simple. It's cool.
If you guys
I
can,
disagree.
if you guys can only see
Joshua Van.
Zuma Gulav's hair, though.
Oh, my man, a beetle.
A
Dude.
beetle. Oh man.
Can we talk about Zhalgas Zhumagulov real quick? You want to type in Zhalgas?
He has
Oh no, pull it up on your
the
phone real quick if
flattest.
you want. You don't got to pull it up on the screen. Just type in Zhalgas Zhumagulov.
You showed it to me.
Oh, you've seen it? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
He's got
you ain't
that-
got to pull up nothing, Mr. Winston.
He got that Y =
The
4
hitter.
hairline.
Yeah.
This
wow.
guy is 34 as well. 14-8, 34 years old.
Dare I say?
I don't know about this dude. He's been in the UFC for 4 years.
Dare I say, Olden on his grind?
On the grind.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's had 1, 2, 3, 4 canceled fights this year.
I'm sure that some of
Yeah.
that's weight cut, maybe visa.
He got a canceled fight with Charles Johnson in January, a canceled fight in May against Nathan Maynez. A cancel fight in May against Rafael Estevam. Cancel fight in June 17th against Felipe Buns. Now he's fighting Joshua Van. 7-1 Joshua Van. Zolgas Umagulov. He has a loss from Charles Johnson via decision, a loss from Jeff Molina via decision. Let's go to 20, and that was last year. Let's go to 2021. He got knocked out by Manel Cape. He submitted Jerome Rivera. There's a win. Hey, but he lost a decision against Armil Albazi. Not looking the hottest record ever. I mean, he lost his only fight in 2020 as well against Raylan Pava. He's only won one fight in the UFC, and he's taken on Joshua Van. Mr. Joshua Van's out here. First fight in the UFC. We don't really know what's going to happen for this fight. Don't know Mr. Joshua Van. You know what? The name's growing on me, though. The name is growing on me.
I'm putting $3 on Joshua Van.
Whoa! What's the odd? What's the odd? Tell us the money lines.
Plus 168, and Zolgas is minus 200.
Wow. They got a guy that hasn't won in I don't know how long. And okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
who knows?
We're going with Mr. Joshua Van. You heard it here first. Sport Champs. What do you think about Joshua Van, Deryk? Coming in here hot.
Have to get more water.
No, doing your thing.
Joshua Van? Can I see a photo of him?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
On the right.
Oh, he's Asian.
Looking.
No,
He just got a.
The guy on the left is definitely gonna kick his ass. He has better hair.
He's only won 1 of 5 in his last 5.
That's all. I mean, that's all you need. That's all you need is 1 of 5.
1 of 5 in the last 5 fights. It's not very good.
Well, I mean, how many have you won in your last 5 fights?
I don't have 5 fights.
D-Mains in the chat said, did you just say he was fighting my brother? Because one of the fighters was Maynez.
Yeah, so there is a guy named Nathan Maynez in the UFC, but it's with 2 S's. It's M-A, or and 2 N's. M-A-N-N-E-S-S.
That's weird.
Maynez.
He's trying way too hard to not be related to.
Yeah,
to
he's trying way too hard to be not Daniel, his cousin or something.
Whose mains is this?
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
nice.
Ooh.
That was a good one. That's way better than the white chocolate one.
Clip it. All right, let's get off this Zolgas fight with Joshua Van. Man, we really went down a rabbit hole with Joshua Van, huh?
Yep. I did.
I did like it, though. What were those odds again? Read them off one more time.
It's actually changed. Zolgas is a minus 205, and Joshua's at a plus 172.
He moved up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They were listening to
They
this
heard
podcast,
they heard it.
and they're like, these guys are going to a Josh. We need to go the other way.
Or you bet $3 on him, and they were like, "Finally, line movement."
Right? Yeah.
That might have been it. Let's talk about Tabitha Ritchie taking on Jillian Robertson. Women's strawweight fight. Jillian Robertson is gonna choke this chick TF out.
Let's see. Can I see a photo of her again?
Jillian Robertson, 12-7. We got Tabitha Ritchie, 8-1. Jillian Robertson just got done choking out Rose Namajunas in an all grapple fight. I got Jillian Robertson. She was just on Joe Rogan.
Now,
Come on, dog.
she does have Kool-Aid hair.
She does have Kool-Aid hair. She's had the Kool-Aid hair for a long time. That's the last thing you see before you go to sleep.
Kool-Aid hair like 6'9" or
No, so it's just all red. Bright
Like-
red.
okay,
Bright red.
Like
red Kool-Aid.
Red Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Like the original.
Gotcha.
Big original. Big OG, you know. Shout out to Jillian Robertson. What are those lines?
We got Tabitha as the favorite at minus
What?
130. Minus 130. It's
Okay.
close. And then we have Jillian at plus 108. Odds for this to go the distance is minus 180.
I got Jillian Robertson choking her out.
Nice.
I got her taking her down, maybe snapping her freaking arm in half, choking her out.
Submission?
1 or 2. I like Tabitha Ritchie. She's on a tear, I think. She's only lost 1 fight in the UFC. She's coming off a submission win against Jessica Penne and a decision win against Poliana Viviana. But I got the grappling all day over Jillian Robertson. Jillian Robertson is going to probably choke her out, bro.
We got Jillian Robertson by submission is plus 380.
Pick it up. She just got done submitting Piera Rodriguez this year. I mean, she did get submitted
the
by
redhead?
Maria Agapova. Don't forget that.
She's hot as hell. By the real line.
Oh, no, I mean, Jillian Robertson submitted her, excuse me. But she did lose a decision against J.J. Aldrich. That's what I meant to say.
Okay.
So, you know, we could see a decision win like that. Decision on it, going to decision. I could see Tabitha Ritchie picking that up because she's, I would say, the better striker. But that ground game is so undenied. Like this is Jillian Robertson is literally like a Paul Craig on the ground. Like and for anybody that watches UFC, Paul Craig is a beast on the ground. Bear Jew, right, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
That's Dave's one of Dave's good fighters that you like.
Yeah,
to watch.
I watch Paul Craig, but I've never watched either of these two fighters.
You never watched Jillian Robertson fight?
Not that I was aware of.
You've probably watched it, just not that you were aware of. Really good fighter. I respect her ground game so much, dude. All right, let's move the fuck on. We got Mateus Rebecki taking on Loik Radzhabov. Who do we got in the odds? We got both guys 17 wins, but we got Rebecki 1 loss.
Rebecki is minus 130, and then
Okay.
Razmabov.
What a
is,
pick'em fight.
Plus 108.
What a pick'em fight.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's favored to go the distance, minus 152.
All right. Let's talk about Randy Brown taking on Wellington Turman. Wellington Turman 18-6. Randy Brown 16-5. Mr. Winston, what are you thinking of these names, dude?
Randy Brown's pretty good. Wellington Thurman, though. Or Thurman. Wellington Thurman.
It would have been way better if it was Thurman, I'm telling you.
Wellington Thurman is cooler.
That's a good name right there.
Wellington Thurman?
Wellington Turman.
Yeah. Randy Brown's the favorite, though. So he's minus 230. Wellington's at a plus 190. It's looking like it's not going to go the distance.
We got Randy Brown 6-inch reach advantage over Mr. Wellington Turman. Randy Brown is a beast. I got him too. I'd probably pick up Randy Brown.
That's
Good pick up.
Pretty basic name. Wellington's really cool, though.
Yeah, his name holds some weight.
You
Yeah.
think so?
It adds the 6 inches.
You think so?
I know so.
In the right places too, huh?
Wellington.
Doesn't even need to be in the reach.
Beef-
Where it counts.
It's beef for a reason.
Ooh.
Beef Wellington.
You're right, dude. We're ending that on that. Welterweight fight. How about Neil Magny in the prelims? At least he's the feature prelim. Against Philip, or I don't know if it's Philippe or Philip. I want to say Phil Rowe. So,
Is it
10-3
Rob Lowe's?
Phil Rowe, and then 27-11. What'd you say?
Is it Rob Lowe's brother?
Rob Lowe? Yeah, that'd be
Nice.
sick, huh?
Okay.
That would be sick.
I'm going with
Shout out
Phil.
Rob Lowe. Neil Magny basically fighting like the dude with the same reach, the same style kind of. So it's kind of like null void. We'll see what happens. I think Neil will pick up the win, to be honest. I think he's the better fighter of the two. He's just fought the better fighters of
Did
the
they
two.
ever tie?
Yes. So we had a draw last fight. The last fight.
Mm.
It was in the prelims, so it was a draw. It kind of rarely happens. A lot of people pick up draws every other card, like just to kind of see really good odds. Like if you bet on a draw and it really
It's like
happens.
plus 5,000 or something
Yeah, it's
like that.
crazy, bro. It's really good odds. So if you just throw a few pennies on that shit, hit a nice win on a draw randomly. But we got Neil Magny, Philip Rowe fighting. I got Neil Magny. What are those odds saying though?
Neil is the favorite, minus 174, and then we got Philip plus 146. So pretty close.
What do you feel about Neil, Dave?
I have a picture with him, so every time since that picture, I've been just dying to post it. He hasn't won since I took the photo.
Oh, dude, the Dave curse.
Fake fan.
Yo,
Yeah.
no, that's the Dave curse,
Are
bro.
we-
Don't take a fucking picture with
Are
this
we
guy.
riding this wave? Are we riding the Dave curse? or
Yeah,
no?
bro. Yo, who else have you taken a picture with?
That's the only one.
Okay,
Hasn't won
don't
since.
take any
Hold on,
pictures
though,
with
hold on.
Patrick Mahomes.
I took.
Oh.
Hold on. We have a thumbnail with our boy Jacoby, and that fool got a belt.
It's true.
Oh,
That fool
yo,
got
the Dave curse doesn't exist.
Yeah, but you knew him before the fame.
Ooh, and he's not in the UFC yet. We got to really test this Dave curse
Yeah.
in the UFC.
I don't think a thumbnail counts.
Ooh,
It's a photo with him.
You didn't post? Did you? He posted it though. Yeah, he
I
posted it.
edited it. Oh, okay.
He posted
Oh,
it.
word.
Yeah,
I was like, I edited
he put it on his Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So
Well,
this
damn,
is with
we almost
Neil?
got him.
I have a
This is
photo
with Neil.
I have a photo with Neil when I saw Jacoby fight at LFA 133, and Neil, it was like a bunch of his guys were fighting on that card because he trains at Team Elevate, and so I saw him walking back and forth. I was like, Neil Magny, and then I was like, dude, you're badass. Like fanned out for a moment. I'm like, you guys, all you fighters, put your lives at risk for our entertainment. Like that's dope, bro. And then he's just like, yeah, no one really recognizes that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's nice. And then I was like, can I get a
God
pic?
damn it.
But listen, I was like, can I get a picture of you? And he goes, no, let's take a selfie. I was like, bet.
Nice.
So I got a selfie.
I
with
know.
Neil
Who
Magny.
asked that? Hold on. Let's not breeze past it. This man asked if I could take a picture of you. My man Dave said.
Well, hold on. He was an entire. I was in the stands and like in row like 2, and he was
Oh, he was
beyond a
far.
barrier.
He was far.
He was
Oh,
on the
okay,
floor
okay,
beyond a
okay,
barrier.
okay.
So like
Oh, never
I had
mind,
to
never
walk
mind.
to the barrier to like talk to him.
That's
so
fire. Okay, that's
I didn't
want
to just have my phone out and be like, "That's Neil Magny." Like,
Yeah. He's not that cool.
He's not like a Conor McGregor,
But
like
he's-
at BKFC or something.
he's
yeah.
definitely one of the like more known like Denver resident fighters that's still doing the damn thing.
Oh, he's in Denver.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well,
Shout
let's
out
go,
Neil Magny.
Neil.
Yeah, I
Team
got Neil.
Elevate, yeah.
Nice.
I got no Magny all day.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this main card. Brandon Allen, 21-5, great fighter, taking on another great fighter, Bruno Silva. I don't know who's winning this fight. I could see Bruno being a favorite. I don't think he is though. It's probably a pick'em. What are we thinking?
Brandon's actually the favorite at
Well-
minus 196. So
Okay, I mean,
kind of a pick 'em.
Yeah, I mean,
but
he's close to 200. That's a favorite.
Bruno Silva is at a plus 164. So
That's a favorite.
it's a minus 290 to not go the distance. So
Mm.
that's a pretty good
I can definitely see that.
parlay.
I mean, both of these guys are really good on the ground, so someone's getting submitted, or they can just nullify each other on the ground out, and someone's knocking each other out. Better hands wise, I don't know. Bruno's a hard hitter, bro. Bruno might knock him out. I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen in this fight. Dave, what do you think?
I'm more familiar with Bruno Silva because of his KO prowess. So it's like
Did get a loss to, the only man to go a decision with Alex Fajeda
true.
or Pereira, whatever they want to.
Pereira. I don't even know. But yeah, I mean that's kind of a pick'em fight for me because I'm not as familiar with Brandon Allen, but I've seen Bruno Silva. I know he hits really fucking hard.
Yeah, you are right. You are correct.
Him swings hard.
He swings hard. 23-8, Bruno Silva. 21-5, Brendan Allen, middleweight division. Right after that, we have featherweight fights. David Onama, I guess I should have said featherweight fighters. David Onama and Gabriel Santos going toe-to-toe. 10-2, David Onama. 10-1, Gabriel Santos. I remember Onama fighting. I don't remember Santos fighting.
Onama.
Don't know these guys too much. You liking the name Onama?
It's a good name.
It's close to Obama.
It's close to Ohana.
It is close to Ohana.
Mm.
Might be a little Hawaiian. All right, what are those odds, Winston?
We got David as the underdog, minus 188, and we got Gabriel at minus 227.
Whoa, Mr. Santos doing the damn thing at 26. He has the reach disadvantage by 4 inches. He is coming off a loss, too. His only fight in the UFC, lost a decision to Leon Murphy. Let's talk about David Onama. I think David Onama might have got stopped at some point in his career. Let's look it up. So he lost a decision against Nate Landwehr. That's where I remember David Onama. Yep, that was a good fight. That was a crazy fight, and Landwehr came back. But David Onama submitted Garrett Armfield and knocked out Gabriel Benitez in the UFC already. So we'll see what happens with this next fight. I got Onama. Who do you got, Mr. Winston?
Who do I have winning? I'd probably go Gabriel.
Yeah, who do you have losing?
Yeah, because of the
just
the
odds.
odds
I don't really know
in the
these guys
swing
too
way.
well.
I see you, bro. I just thought I'd had to ask you. Let's talk about Austin Lane taking on Justin Taffa. This is going to be a crazy heavyweight bout. Someone's going out. What are the odds to not go the distance? I really need to know. And then throw me the money line, I guess, too.
Taffa is minus 180, and Austin Lane is plus 152. To not go the distance is minus 700.
Whoa!
So you got 4
I
fights.
got Taffa. Pick Taffa up. Put him in your freaking parlay. I think Taffa's going to take this guy out. Let's talk.
Taffa KO/TKO to win by is minus 115.
Yeah, that's
So-
nice. And what's crazy is he has a 6-inch reach advantage. That's a lot. 6 inches. Guy's arms are 6 inches longer than yours. You can't even, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So Austin Lane is 12-3, 6'5", 35, 245 pounds, and 80-inch reach.
Taffa is like the reincarnated Mark Hunt. Mark
He
Hunt's
is,
still with
he
us.
He is.
He's just
29, 6 foot, 264, swinging.
yeah, and they're
74-inch.
they both
reach.
they train together too.
Homies. Good homies. Justin Taffa is 6-3. Not the best card.
Yeah,
or
but,
not the best record.
but let's not forget
It is
that
a bad
his
good
kin,
card, but-
his brother, Junior Taffa,
His kin.
is just burst onto the MMA scene with the Ryzen KO and now his UFC debut.
That was fire. His
So.
debut was fire too. Let's talk about Macy Barber back in the biz with Amanda Ribas.
I want to.
11-3 co-main event. Macy Barber 12-2. Go ahead, Dave.
I'm gonna make a claim. This is not even a hot take. Well, I guess you could, for sarcastic purposes, call this a hot take. This is probably the most attractive 2 fighters in the cage at the same time ever.
Damn, Dave
Let me
said
see
it.
Let me see
Okay, I was ready for this. So
Throw
this
up Macy
that's
Barber.
Macy Barber. at the top. Not this chick. This chick is irrelevant.
You go to their Instagram too, bro. Don't be showing them their fight pics.
This is not fight pics. It's just her
All right,
talking.
cool.
Conference.
Okay,
So-
cool.
Macy Barber.
But people
There you go,
listening,
Winston.
Yeah, I've seen her.
So
She's-
Macy Barber.
I seen it.
And then
she's pretty bad.
Amanda Rivas.
Who's badder, Deryk?
I've never seen this chick.
Who's hotter, Deryk?
Can you zoom in?
Probably the first girl.
Put in the comments, y'all. Who's hotter, Amanda Rivas or Macy Barber? We're so much.
Mm,
We're such pigs.
I think Macy.
Yeah, probably the first
Yeah,
girl.
Macy's
I
hotter.
like her skin tone though.
Whoa, hold on. Let's talk about that real
Yo.
quick. Yo, let's not run
She got
over
nice
that.
skin.
What do you
She
hate?
has nice skin. What do you mean by that?
She's like
I mean,
She
because
has,
you
like,
said skin
tan-
tone. You said skin
she has
tone.
like tan skin, and Macy Barber's like really white.
See, look at them interacting.
Are you saying you hate white people?
No, I just prefer a little melanin.
Ooh,
Like
hey man.
So Winston don't drink milk without chocolate in it. That's what he's saying.
exactly.
Hey, that's my man Winston. Winston behind the cam.
He is milk
No,
chocolate.
for
I
real
love
though,
this guy.
This fight is honestly a great fight for all MMA purposes, but like, I think both Amanda Ribas and Macy Barber are like stunning. So, and they could like take your head off. That's awesome.
Bust a nut to it while you're watching it. Is that what you're saying?
Nah, but I will be wearing jeans when I watch that fight.
Whoa.
Nice.
He might be feeling himself.
No joggers.
Let's
Nah.
talk about this main event. Josh Emmett taking on Ilya Taporia.
let's go over
Yeah,
the
let's go over the
odds.
odds. I'm sorry, man. He started talking about busting.
yeah. He's like, let's move on to more basketball shorts. We got
I'm
Ribas.
a Winston. The draft?
Yeah. Ribas, we got minus 200. Macy Barber, we got plus 168.
Oof.
We'll just go the distance. They're saying yes, minus 186.
I can see Ribas doing it. I can see Ribas winning this fight. Keeping her up. She has really good takedown defense, and Macy's going to try and take her down, I assume, because Ribas, I think, is better on the stand-up.
Yep, I think she's good at taking it down and keeping it up.
Ooh. And
Yo,
going back
Winston is going crazy. It's because that new bracelet. What bracelet? What does that bracelet say? You be going wild with that bracelet.
My
That's why.
girlfriend made it, so.
What
Oh,
does it
that's
say?
well, yeah. Okay, no wonder, bro. He's wilding.
Well, what does it say?
Yeah, what does it say on it?
R heart M
Huh.
W.
Okay. That's fair.
I like
Nice.
it.
Yeah.
I love the Midwest.
Keep your secret language to yourself.
Yeah, I love the Midwest. Ilya Taporia, Josh Emmett. Let's talk about it. 18-3 Josh Emmett, coming off a lot of wins. But speaking of wins that you're coming off of, Ilya Taporia 13-0,
So yeah,
13-0.
Taporia's coming off the biggest win of his career when he took out
Crazy.
Thug Nasty Bryce Mitchell. Bryce claims he was sick. and-
Via sub.
He claims he was sick and shouldn't have taken the fight. Whether that's true or not, we got to base the results that we saw. And you had undefeated Bryce Mitchell going against undefeated Ilya Taporia, and Ilya Taporia just destroyed him. So he's got all the momentum in the world. He's got some of the strongest hands for his size at that weight class. Like,
First fight of the year for him, though. It's been a while.
now he's going against Josh Emmett, who is coming off the Yair Rodriguez loss for the interim belt. So Emmett still has a lot of fumes from title aspirations. He just lost a title fight. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. He lost a title fight. So you're
Coming off a loss.
you got Ilya Taporia fighting a title contender, and then you got a former title contender fighting an undefeated prospect. The winner of
Yeah.
this has so much momentum. But I think Taporia God damn it, does that man hit hard.
Let's talk about his wins real quick. Submission over Bryce Mitchell. That was his last fight.
He
A
doesn't have-
canceled fight with Edson Barbosa. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, he doesn't have the greatest resume of who's that Taporia has fought, but this is what
I mean,
it looks
Bryce
like.
Mitchell is a who's who.
No, I was gonna say Bryce Mitchell's a who's who, but once you go beyond that, you
Yeah.
get a little dicey.
Yeah,
You're gonna be
and-
fighting some guys that we're not gonna really know.
I mean, we have a canceled bout against Edson Barbosa.
That's
Not
a
his
thing.
fault.
That's yeah.
Let's talk about the Charles Jourdain fight, canceled again this year. But he does have a knockout over Jay Herbert. I mean, that's maybe somebody that we could talk about.
He's on the scene. Yeah.
Yeah, but he is on the scene. Jay Herbert, good fighter too. But we do have Ilya Taporia knocking out Ryan Hall. That is a big notable win. That was in 2021. Not a lot of people know who Ryan Hall is, but Ryan Hall is a fucking goon on the ground.
Mhm.
And people are very scared to fight Ryan Hall. No one fights, or no one signs a contract against him. That's why it's hard for Ryan Hall to get a fight. Ilya signed the fight, and he knocked his ass out in the first round. 2020, Ilya Taporia knocked out Damon Jackson and won a decision against Yusuf Zalal. So we got Ilya, like you were saying, steamrolling through, giant prospect, undefeated. Dude's a fucking goon, a beast, but we got Josh Emmett coming off this loss. But this is a Josh Emmett that in 2022 beat Calvin Kattar via decision. 2021 beat Dan Ige via decision. 2020 beat Shane Burgos via decision. And these are decisions, but these are really good fights.
Those
like,
are-
Josh Emmett's beating their ass. Like, it's not.
Josh Emmett beat guys that we weren't questioning, like, oh, is he a goon? Is he not a goon? Like, no, he fought a
He's
goon. Ilya Topuria has. This isn't something to be held against him. He just hasn't been offered as dangerous of opponents yet.
And Josh Emmett knocked out Mike Johnson, dude. He was
Mhm.
the first one to lay down the foundation for Mike
Michael
Johnson. Yeah, dude.
That
Put him out cold.
mean overhand.
Mean overhand right. And, I mean, he even knocked out Masad Bektik.
Well,
I liked watching Masad Bektik.
the UFC is pretty genius in the sense that this fight could have two implications.
Yeah.
You have, let's say Josh Emmett wins, then if you see what happens between Yair and Volk, and then you have Josh Emmett chomping at the bit for the loser, especially if it's Yair because he can try to get his rematch back.
Yeah.
Or Ilya Topuria wins. Ilya Topuria is sitting and waiting for the winner so he can go
Yeah,
fight the winner of
definitely,
that.
definitely.
That's going to happen.
And, you know, I hate to pick sides, but I really think Ilya Topuria is getting this done.
I do too.
This is the same Josh Emmett that lost to Jeremy Stevens in 2018.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Jeremy Stevens beat you in 2018. Yeah, that was a few years ago. But, like, dude, if you're losing to Jeremy Stevens, I'm sorry. You're probably losing to Ilya Topuria.
Yeah,
Like,
MMA
it's
math
just-
doesn't work, but we're just going to humor it for this
Yeah,
one.
let's humor it. So I'm going to go with Ilya Topuria. What are those odds, though, Mr. Winston?
We got Ilya at minus 350.
Yeah, I mean,
And then we got Josh at plus 280. To not go the distance is minus 750.
then you know who that's for, Ilya Topuria. But honestly, Josh Emmett is a knockout guy, and he hits so hard, so I could see him knocking out Ilya Topuria.
But
I can see it.
Ilya Topuria unquestionably is going against the most dangerous guy he's ever faced.
Yes.
On every place on the
Yes.
mat. So, like, especially striking.
Yes.
Most certainly especially striking. So, that
Especially
being said,
ranked, too.
Ilya-
Like, Josh is ranked.
it's going to be 5 rounds. So, the odds of this is Ilya Topuria's first 5-round fight that I'm aware of. At least under the UFC umbrella, it is for sure. I mean, the Bryce Mitchell one would have been because it was a main event, but he didn't go that
Yeah.
long. He beat him up too fast. So, if Josh Emmett and them could go into later distance and like dangerous waters and prevent the strikes, because let's face it, if I'm Ilya Topuria, I'm confident that if I can just land that one shot, it's all I need. But I'm also thinking in the back of my head, he has that same recipe in his book, like exact same. Like Josh Emmett has to know, like if I just brush this dude's chin, it's gonna be who's faster. And from what I think we've seen in the past, Josh Emmett starts fights with like the most quickness and slows down significantly within even the first round because he tries to throw explosive. But he'll do his Yoel Romero impression. Well, he'll reserve, and then explode. But that's kind of how he got Michael Johnson. But again, he got him out of there quick.
I don't know if Ilya can even, honestly, let's roll back a little bit. I don't know if Ilya can wait for that title fight. Yeah, he's undefeated, but I mean, Josh Emmett's only ranked 5. Ilya's ranked number 9. In front of 5 is Arnold Allen, you know, Brian Ortega, Max Holloway, Yair.
Though all of those guys have fights lined up.
They, who's Arnold Allen fighting?
I want to say, let me look it up. I don't want to speak too soon, but
Really?
Yeah, I'm like 99.
Calvin Kattar's 6. We got Chan Sung Jung at 7. Giga Chikadze at 8.
I'm gonna read it so I don't get it wrong.
Bryce Mitchell's down at 11.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ilya
Scrolling.
Topuria at 9. I think he takes that 5 spot, dude.
So,
Who's Arnold Allen fighting?
so I don't know who Arnold Allen is fighting, but Max Holloway's next bout is got announced last week, August 28th against the Korean Zombie.
Because I think Arnold Allen just came off a win. I don't know.
He most certainly did.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Let's talk about these bets that we're going to be making here in a sec, huh? Now I know my Winston. If I do, my man's going to be picking off of a name.
Oh, for sure.
You know, and he hit it last time. I mean, it was a very controversial decision, kind of, but he hit it last time.
I did.
So we're here. Mr. Winston, do you have a name for us that you want to throw on our parlay?
Yeah, you know, I like to go names that are favorited.
Which is a smart move. I like your style, dude.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go Ilya. I mean, I'm gonna go Ilya. It's a safe
Yo,
bet,
Winston
but,
with the hot, nice pickup. That's a beautiful pickup from Winston.
thanks.
Let's go for Ilya Topuria. Main event, man. Minus 350, at least on FanDuel.
You got to pick one, Deryk. Just so you know.
And we got,
Oh,
yeah,
I
and
know.
we'll read out some names for you, bro. We'll even have Dave, like, show you, like.
I'm
on
ready.
his
No,
phone or
I've
something.
been studying.
Oh, you've been studying and getting ready? Go ahead and give us your pick then, dude. Are you going prelims, main card? What are you feeling?
Give me main event right now.
The main event, he already bet on it, so you can't do it.
Give me the second main event.
Amanda Ribas and Macy Barber. We have Macy Barber
Oh, yeah.
plus 168 underdog. We have Amanda Ribas minus 200. Let's go over the rest
Amanda's
of these
way
bets.
uglier, so like obviously
Whoa,
that-
he went way uglier.
that girl's obviously way uglier, so she's gonna be like more like she can have more strength. She's gonna win.
I like your. I mean, okay. Do you want to maybe do an under 2.5, over 2.5, or do you want to just do money line on one of these
She's
women?
gonna win. She's gonna win.
Macy Barber underdog. You're picking Macy Barber underdog.
No,
Oh, Amanda Ribas because she's
Yeah.
uglier.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I mistake that.
She's got to compensate.
You
yeah,
got to compensate
She's
for being
stronger.
ugly. So we're going Amanda Ebus, or Ebus. I think it's Ebus. Minus 200 with Ilya Deporia, minus 350. Dave, do you know who you're picking up yet?
I don't know how risky I'm trying to go.
you gotta risk it to get the biscuit, Dave.
Let me start looking too. I'm going to start looking, seeing what this was. Let's see. We got Justin Taffa, Austin Lane.
So for Tafa to win by finish, it's minus 127.
Getting
But
a little risky.
well, I was originally gonna go that it doesn't go the distance, but like not going the distance is minus 625. So no, that wouldn't that hurt the parlay?
Yeah, I
Like-
mean, no, because
I mean, it's like kind
they're
of
not.
guaranteed.
They're pretty. Their odds aren't very deep.
Yeah, whatever
If
you
you pick
think's gonna
that up,
happen, go with that.
I'd pick that up if I were you. Honestly, what is it?
It was like minus 625.
What was the?
Tafa and his opponent not going the distance.
Yeah.
That's a good pickup, dude. Honestly, yeah. Let's see what that is. That's will not go the
Versus
distance. Oops.
Austin Lane. And the other one I was considering, which again it was for the exact same assumption.
Minus 700 right here. If we add that,
If you do
it's a plus 120 with 3 legs.
It's
That's
not
not
bad.
that's not terrible.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
if you do Trevor Peak to win by finish, it's a plus 116. I
That's
think-
really risky
That's risky
for a parlay. For just
I would just pick that up,
Or
yeah.
just, well,
yeah.
again,
Yeah.
if you do the bout not to go the distance, that's minus 435 versus minus 6 something.
I mean, that's
think-
better. Do you want to do that instead?
I'm not mad at that.
All right. So
Trevor
that
Peak
fight,
versus
Trevor Peak.
Jose Mariscal
I like
um,
your style, Dave. Going to the
It's
prelims.
minus 600 on FanDuel.
on.
Is it?
I have minus.
I mean, that's better than minus 700.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Minus
So we'll do it.
435 on Barstool.
It is 600.
Barstool.
That's crazy.
So then
All the
on
different
your
odds.
end is the Tafa Austin whatever one, is that one the
It's
same?
minus 700.
So then yeah, just go with this one still.
Yeah. it's still
Yeah,
good. So-
definitely. I'm just gonna add that as my piece.
So I put a five leg parlay for 5 fights to not go the distance.
Whoa, hold on. Let me read off our parlay and then let's go over your parlay right after. Hold
Okay.
on one sec. Let me add this Justin Taffa finish to mine real quick.
Or
So
n-
I'm picking up. Oh wait,
you're doing the
picking it up?
finish?
I thought
I said no
I thought-
distance.
no distance is what I meant. I'm sorry. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
cool.
Yeah, I fucked it up. I meant to pick up the not going the distance for Justin Taffa, Austin Lane.
Mhm.
So right now we have Ilya Taporia, money line, minus 350. Amanda Ribas, minus 200, money line to win. Then we have Trevor Peak not going the distance with Jose Mariscal. We have Austin Lane and Justin Taffa not going the distance as well. Minus 700. This parlay all picked up plus 157. So if you bet $5, you win 786. Not our deepest parlay.
A lot of favorites.
A lot of favorites. This is our favorite parlay. And if you pick up $10 on that, you win 1571. That's honestly not terrible. Because if you bet $100 on that, you win 157.14. You win $57. Pretty
Doubling your money. More than doubling your money. So, like, that's good.
good. No, you're not. Wait. No, you're not. Yeah. If you bet $100, you get
plus?
157.
So you get $57.
So you get $57.
I thought it was plus.
Get your
It's
money
plus
back.
157, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you bet like 157,
I know, it seems like it should be more, huh?
If you bet 157 exactly on it, you will profit $100. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's what that means.
I thought it would be more, though, right? Isn't that
Yeah.
how minus works? Is 100?
The minus is if
minus.
like if they're like minus 1,000, that means if you bet 1,000, you will win 1,100.
It's okay. That's it. Plus 157 parlay, 4 legs. Let's talk about Mr. Winston's parlay that he picked up. The not distance parlay from Mr.
So
Winston.
Cody and Sudeikis not going the distance is minus 800. Trevor Peak and Jose Mariscal not going the distance is minus 600. Brandon Allen and Bruno Silva not going the distance is minus 290.
Nice.
Austin Lane and Justin Taffa not going the distance is minus 700. And then Ilya and Josh not going the distance is minus 750. That adds
a good
up to
parlay.
a plus 128 I bet $3 to win for $6.86.
Nice. That is the homie Tron coming in. So be sure to pick up those bets. That has been our Sport Champs. We appreciate all of you guys. Do you guys have anything to shout out? The only thing I'm going to be shouting out is my Chris Webby and Friends show. Be sure to pick up your tickets to Chris Webby and Friends coming out July 8th. Doobie, Dizzy Wright, Caskey, Echo, Stevie Stone, and Rick G. Be sure to copy your tickets from me. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be dropping a new music video on July 7th, the day before. So be sure to hit the link below. Thank you guys for watching, and we are out this bitch. Peace.
What's up, guys? We just hit 1,500 subs. We're trying to make it 2,000. Help us out and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.